was my first time doing a lot of shit. You feel me? I had my first
Who did you dirty? What happened?
I ain't gonna say names, but you feel me?
Yeah.
You just, you get people. Shit just doesn't go the way it
What
should.
she do to you?
Boom. Oh, she just woke up one day and just said, I'm fine, I ain't feeling it. I'm like, what do you mean, bro? Like,
that's crazy.
This don't make no sense. So I think also the reason why it fucked me up is because of you feel me, how I was thinking. In my head, I'm always that nigga.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, what the fuck do you mean?
What does that even mean?
This, how you just gonna wake up and dip? Like, you know what I mean? So it was just one of those.
Well, she ain't had no reason, nothing. What did she say?
She tried to come with like a whole lot of excuses that just were not factual. And I was like, bro, you know
just
what?
keep it a beat,
I got
like,
to a point
what's
where,
going on?
Yeah, I got to a point where I was like, now I'm fighting for something that's just dead here. Like, you know what? You want to go?
And
it's crazy that the answers nobody had I found when searching for myself. Let's toast to victory. Pick up your glass, show me love.
good morning, afternoon, everybody in South Africa. You are now tuned in to Choppin It with Bhuda T. I am the Lord of
the
chop. Shade game on as usual. That's the consensus. I'm out here with the boy Fuego, Flamingo.
Yes, sir, ski.
My nigga Flame. Please,
Yes,
can we
sir,
give
ski.
him a hand? Say it to Cha-om. My employer's back.
Make sure you clap in there at home too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Stop playing. Shit, how you doing, Fatmo?
Dog,
That's
you know
always
me.
the best place to start.
I'm the most calm dude I know so far, so I'm chilled. How you feeling, bro?
I feel like I'm in my bag on some level. Like, that's just how I've been feeling lately.
That sounds like music to my ears for sure.
That's how I've been feeling
That
lately.
definitely sounds like music to me.
I've been in my bag, so I've had more good days than tough days. I don't even believe in bad days anymore. It's like, it's either a good day or a tough day.
I feel like you curate the day.
Yes, sir.
That's how I feel about days, bro. Like, I mean, there's always gonna be some shit popping up, but any day you curate how, because at the end of the day, I feel like it's you who controls your mind. So whatever you wanna believe in that day will be whatever it is.
That's a fire way to say it. Like, whatever you want to believe in that day, that's very important. Because it is about what you believe.
Yeah.
What's going on in your mind is happening in your life.
That's about it. And it's that simple. So for me, I looked at it like that. And it just gives me peace, bro. Because I'm just like, dog, I'm always going to have something come my way. It's just the way of life.
Yeah.
Me, I just got to make sure at the end of the day, I'm sleeping here smiling regardless. That's it.
How did you get there? Because that's a fire way to open the chop, by the way.
Crazy.
You just alley-ooped us into some crazy shit. How did you even get there? Like,
damn.
Because that's a lot of work. You say it's that simple, but it's not simple. Like,
it's really not simple, but it is simple, like that. Right? So for me, I feel like it's just like the amount of chaos that I've been, involved in or experienced in my life that kind of put me at a place where I just value peace more than anything in my life. You feel me? Like, there's nothing more valuable than peace to me right now. Like, that's the biggest currency I could ever get back from anything I'm doing. You feel me? So, or anyone I engage with, it's just like, yo, if you're gonna keep my life as simple as I made it,
as simple as I like it.
Because putting together all these pieces was not easy for me myself. So once I got that routine figured out, I was like, dog, ain't nobody gonna mess this shit up for me.
Yeah, you went through like crazy shit young.
And that's what I like. I like the fact that I actually was young. Yeah. Because I feel like if it happened like maybe now or when I was a bit older, it would have been harder for me to even get into the mental state I'm in right now. You feel me? Also for me, I'm just looking at like, I'm trying to play the long game. So it's better to go crazy now, you feel me, than later. Because at the end of the day, we don't know how much time is given to us out here anyway.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm just like, yo, thank God all my experiences that could ever shape me to the guy I am right now, you know, happened at the time they happened, for real.
That's early. It is.
Yeah.
You started. This alley-oops me straight to your entry, because I know you dropped out of high school.
Yeah.
And it was what? You and the other nigga were the young kids and ambitious. And now
he dropped out first.
You niggas were 16 or what?
He dropped out first.
Come on, nigga.
So crazy enough, actually, I never spoke about this. So me and Noah actually grew up together,
Yeah.
So even when he got to Ambitious, I didn't even know bro was at Ambitious because I was the first dude to get there, right? So
yeah,
I think I hit them up like 2015 around December. Probably New Year's, it was New Year's Eve. They replied to my email on New Year's, and then we just started chopping it up. And
what, you sent them joints?
I just sent them one song, crazy enough.
Okay.
Yeah, I sent them Shots to the Brain. I don't know if you know that joint.
Yeah, I know that joint.
I sent them that reggae, and then everything just started happening. So got
That's
the reply.
crazy.
Yeah, the reply was on some, yo, are you sure you're 16 years old? I'm like, yeah, why are you asking? He's like, yo, your voice is crazy. Let me get your number. I'm like, all right, send him my number. He calls me, yo, this is King Mute. So right now, we're busy with a whole lot of shows and stuff. It's December Madness, so I need to see you top of the year next year. I'm like, say less. I remember the day I met him, well, I didn't meet everybody that day, but the day I went to go meet Mute was like literally the day before school's open.
Yeah.
And I even stayed over. I didn't go to school that day. I remember I did go to school.
That's crazy. So this is grade what? 10?
11. I was in
11.
grade 11, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So this is January, grade 11.
You almost there.
Bro, and you know that's the crazy thing, right? This was the agreement. The agreement with me and Mute was you gotta finish school, and then once you're done with school, then we're gonna start like focusing on you as the artist. So at the time now, like I was still putting in work, like recording songs and stuff, but at the time I was more of a producer than an actual artist in the label.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I was just like, every week I had a pack coming in. You feel me? And then one time I hear Noah's at Ambitious. I'm like, what do you mean Noah's at Ambitious? I'm always with this dude like every day because me and him are in the studio together literally every day. I'm like, how is this dude at Ambitious and I didn't even know about this? This is crazy.
You are from the same hood.
Yeah.
You're from the east, né?
Yeah.
Where?
In Sunrise. So that's like, it's not really far away from Makwa's hood.
Yeah, it's them sides, né?
Yeah, when we were growing up, Makwa and them were like the niggas, and they were the big dogs in the hood, the big homies, basically. Yeah. We were the little guys.
Yeah.
You feel me? So we, like, I actually had to pass there before I even got here right now. I started there. And then, so, I met niggas like Makwa, TLT back then. Those were the niggas that were inspiring us at the time. Your MSAs.
Yeah.
So, it was actually I won't lie, for me, I feel like those were probably the best times of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were a kid, just doing
just
your
learning
thing.
shit and just experiencing greatness. And you feel me? Because, like, I feel like all the niggas I was around actually made it. You feel me? So that's what
fire.
even made the experience even more beautiful for me because, you feel me? I started seeing MSA in the hood first. Next thing you know, MSA is producing for all these big guys and he's nowhere available in the hood no more. You gotta go see him. You feel me? Makwa, next thing you know, he's gone. I'm like, how niggas? But Makwa always came back, and every time he came back, he takes me.
Yeah.
I'm in the hood, pull up on me.
Oh, that's fire.
Yes, sir.
That's fire. You guys have a dope relationship.
Yeah. To me, that's my brother. I don't look at him as like, oh, I don't even think we've ever, we've made music before. It was when we were working on Slick's Navy Blue.
Yeah.
That's the only time I actually got to work with Marco, but the whole time it was just like big bro, little bro shit. I was just there to see him do his thing the whole time.
That's fire. So At 16, you're already that knee deep in the music that you can send just one joint to Ambitious and the boss is like, all right, yo, top of the year, I'm going to have to see you.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. What does that even feel like at that time? Also, what made you reach out?
I don't know. For me, bro, it's going to sound corny, but I think it's real because, you feel me, because of that. But for me, I've always had this thing of, I've always believed in the shit I love and the shit I want to do, you feel what I'm saying? So I never looked at music as a thing of, oh, am I going to make it or am I going to... I've always been like, yo, my nigga, this shit's going to happen. I don't know how, when, but I know this is going to happen just because to me it didn't feel like I'm trying to do this. You feel what I mean?
That's fire.
That's how I felt that. I was telling my mom when I was just 8 years old, Ma, we got to see how we get this shit popping. So my mom has always been invested in what I'm doing since I was a kid, bro.
That's fire. So you like grew up like Bieber in them?
Not really.
Because they have like the parents that support the music dream type shit from a young age.
Yeah, my mom, also with me, it was just like, it started in church. Really, I would say it all started in church when I was like probably like 5 years old or something. So my mom and my dad would always, because they were like the lead singers in the praise and worship team. So they were always, so on Saturdays they were going in for choir practices and blah, blah, blah. So I was always there because I was the only kid. So every time they had to dip, they'd have to dip with me. So every time we went to choir, I was practicing with them. On Sundays, I'm on stage singing, but I didn't know what I was doing at the time. And then I grew into a different pocket of music. So that's why I'm like, for me, I've always felt like it was going to happen because it's something I felt like was just given to me. I feel like I was appointed for the job. You know what I mean? So it was like, I think when I was like 8, I moved out of, because I was born in Forsler. Right, so my grandparents also left because we were staying at my grandparents' house in Forsler at the time. So they moved to stay in Pretoria North in Hammerskraal. So when I turned 7 and I was about to turn 8, I had to leave Joburg and go stay with my grandma because there was some shit going on at the crib, right? So I go live with my grandma. When I get there now, I get introduced to traditional music dance. So I just started doing that. I was doing that for a good 4 or 5 years, if I'm not mistaken.
So what's that? Traditional what?
Traditional music and dance.
Okay.
So
which traditional?
So we're doing Tswana music specifically.
Okay.
So we'd come out wearing those, you feel me?
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, you feel me? The shake is on your feet. So I basically played every role in the choir. So I was like singing, I was dancing, I was playing the drum. So it was like 4 of us drummers. So whenever the other drummers tied, we swap.
That's crazy, nigga.
Damn, I don't have that photo.
So you like a real music nigga. Like you've lived it your whole life.
Yeah. I was just like, my whole life I've always been exposed to something musical somehow. And it's just, for me, I don't want to say it's a coincidence. I feel like it just had to happen like that. So I think after that, I think by my grade 5, 6, there was this one mommy I was in class with, right? So I had a crush on this mommy.
Okay.
So at that time, I had dropped the traditional music dancing thing.
Okay, it's not cool anymore.
Yeah. But I started rapping actually when I was in grade 3. So I was like 9 years old. But it wasn't something serious. It was just like, I was just playing around words. Because I remember my brother came back. So he was staying in Joburg. And then when he came to stay with us that side, he came in. The first thing he played for me was the Cutter 3. After I heard that, bro, same night I started writing down, and then I'd go to him and be like, yo, what you think of this? And then he'd tell me, okay, do this, you gotta do that, you gotta rhyme, I was like, oh, cool. And then I'd always like, until I felt like I don't need to go back to him no more and ask him how he feels.
Did he rap as well?
Yeah, he was a rapper, but he didn't take it as
serious.
Live it. Yeah, it was to him. Well, at the time, both of us were the same. It was just a hobby. It was just a thing of we're doing it just to stimulate our brains as well.
Just to play with it.
You know what I'm saying? And then, because also we would study together at night. So after studying, he'd just play some beats and then we'd just start writing shit down.
Fire.
So yeah, grade 5 when I had this crush on this mommy. I think it was grade 6 actually. Yeah, it was grade 6. So I got a crush on this mommy. And then one time, I'm like, if I'm finna shoot my shot today. You feel me? So it's after school. I'm following mommy. She goes into a classroom, some classroom. So I'm thinking maybe she's going to get her friends or her cousin because she had a cousin, right? So they were both same grade, all of that. And they were both fine. I ain't even gonna cap you. So it's kind of hard to choose which one. Yeah. But I was like, I'm getting this one.
Yeah.
So when I get in there, I find out it's a whole setup.
What you mean?
It's a whole choir room in there. So they have choir classes after school.
Oh, shit.
So it's a whole choir sitting down. The choir master's chilling there. And I'm like,
and you were walking in trying to shoot your shot?
Right? So I'm like, oh, my God.
Damn.
So I'm like, so they asked me, they're like, yo, are you here for the choir? In my head, I'm like, I ain't gonna bitch out right now. I'm like, hell yeah. You feel me? So I sit down. Crazy enough, I ended up forgetting that I even got in there for the mommy. I fell in love with the choir more than her at that point. I was like,
that's fire. That's fire.
But we ended up being friends. It just ended there, really. We still are crazy.
So what happened to the crush and all that?
We just became friends. We still are even today.
She friends on you?
Huh?
She friends on you?
I just...
You moved on?
Yeah, I was like, nigga, do you see what we're doing here? This
you just went crazy.
This the real motion right here, bro. Like, yeah.
That's fire.
And then after grade 6, that's when I came back to Joburg. And then at the time, I was just rapping secretly. Nobody really knew I was a rapper at the time until I bumped into rappers in Scala. So I got to meet some niggas and I started being comfortable. And then I think when I was in grade 8 or 9, that's the first time I actually started recording. I was already in the studio when I was in like grade 6, but I was just like helping niggas write their shit. I was super shy to even stand in front of a mic.
Yeah.
So I just started like grade 8. That's when I was like, okay, let me see what we got going on. Yeah.
It's crazy how the talented people are always the one that actually have respect for the mic and like will not go there until they feel like, okay.
I've always had that thing for me. I never want to do anything like half-ass, you feel me? I need to be fully in there. If I'm doing it, I gotta get my hands dirty for real. So even I remember when we had just started off TWC, the niggas were literally on my neck about dropping, bro. And I always told them, boys, I don't think I'm ready to give niggas the guy I am, right? I don't think I've polished up what I want to give people yet. So until I feel like I'm making the music I want to make, then we'll start giving out shit.
Fire. So, okay, then you're on your choir shit. Do you live that out till the grade 11 when you drop out?
It just happened that year, and then when I came to Joburg, there wasn't really choirs happening.
Yeah. Then you just on your rap shit.
Yeah, I just started like rapping on the streets, ciphers, shit like that. And then, so actually how I got into the studio, I met this one nigga at a cipher and then was just battling, and that nigga was like, God damn, nigga, you crazy. We got to see about something. A couple of days later, it's like, yo, my nigga, I'm finna hit the studio, I'm finna make a record, you finna pop out? I'm like, all right. We get there, plays the beat, he's like, yo, if you finna hop on, let's go. I was like, all right, cool, and then bingo.
And you bodied him.
I did it, easily even. He knows that. My nigga, you know.
You looked into camera too to let him know.
He's never bodied me on a song anyway.
Yeah.
He's never.
Just
I bodied him at the motherfucking cypher. So I knew on the song it was just... Because at the cypher, you got to come up with shit now.
On the spot, yeah.
You giving me time to write it, bro. Come on, my nigga. So at the time, I was still writing. I actually stopped writing music when I recorded... Trust to the Brain. That was the first song I recorded straight up.
Yeah.
That was actually the first time I even smoked a blunt.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy though.
Okay.
So I remember I bunked school that day, and I just got to the studio. And crazy enough, I don't know like what it is about rainy weather that just gets me fully tapped into the music. Like when it's raining, bro, I'm just trying to be in the studio. You feel me? So it was raining. I bunked school. I left the crib literally in my uniform. So my mom thinks,
you're in there going crazy at school.
I'm literally just down the road, bro. I ain't even far. I'm just here. So I get to the studio and I remembered I had a blunt the day before. But I only smoked that blunt before I left the studio, so I didn't really get to experience what I experienced when I smoked it now, that day.
Yeah.
So I get in there, I'm playing the beat. I was playing a couple of beats I was making the day before that. And then, oh, my bad. And then, what happened? After that, I'm like, let me smoke a blunt and see what happens. Smoke. I roll this thing up, I smoke it. As soon as I played the Shots to the Brain beat again, that shit sounded different.
Sounded like a whole nother thing.
There's no way I made this shit. This is hard. Yeah. And then everything just started flowing, bro. And then I went in there, just did it.
That's so crazy. Like you came in at 16 making your own beats and rapping and singing on your own shit.
Yes, sir. So how I actually started making beats was, it wasn't even a thing of how I was like, yo, I'm finna become a producer, know how to produce. Nah. So in the hood, you had to still pay for a studio session.
Yeah,
and if you ain't got a beat, you got to pay for one too, you feel me? So for me now, the young I was caught up in was, cool, it's like 150 for a session, another 150 for a beat. I can try and finesse the 150 to record. I can't do the beats because, nigga, I ain't paying you 150 because I don't fuck with your beats anyway. You feel me? So
I'm actually not trying to rap on this shit.
Yeah, like this shit is not exciting for me. You feel me? Most of the time I'd even pull up with download beats because I was like, y'all niggas beats is not hard enough. You feel me? So I got to a point where I'm like, yo, I'm trying to make my own shit now and just have original music. But the only way I'm going to find people that are on the same wavelength as me is if I push myself towards that limit. I was like, okay, since I can't find the beats that I need right now, I'm going to have to figure out how to make them. That's why you hardly see me produce for anybody. Because ever since I started making beats, the whole goal was like, I need to be able to make songs.
Yeah. You always had to make them for you.
That's it.
Yeah. So that's the reason why you're making the beats.
That's it. So that's exactly how I got into production. But I mean, if you end up with my beat, you end up with it. It just happens, you know? But every beat I make is intentionally for me every time. Yeah.
That's dope. Which makes them come out at their most fire, because you obviously try to make your own shit like...
You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not trying to cheat myself.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, for me, I've always felt like great production goes hand in hand with, you know, great music, like just great lyrics. If you can put the right lyrics on the right beat, that's all.
You can go crazy.
Yeah, that's it. Like,
so what's your first meeting with Mute? What was that like?
It was crazy.
Where did you
in that moment,
also?
it felt like, okay, now I'm actually living the dream for real. Like, it's
the
actually happening. Shit. Yeah, I'm like, oh, this thing is not kept. It actually happens for real. Damn.
Yeah.
So I remember he hits me up. I think, did he send me the location or what? I don't remember, but we were chopping it up and then he sent me some guap to pop out to Midrand, right? So I pop out, then he picked me up at the BP in the Rover.
Yeah.
Bruh, I'm just, the whole time, we're driving, having a crazy conversation, and I'm just listening to exclusives from all these niggas.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn.
It's going crazy with the Reese, like, the MT.
You feel me? And crazy enough, the reason why I went to Ambitious was because of Reese.
Yeah.
Crazy enough. When I heard Couldn't, I was oh, shit.
When you said the year that you sent the email,
it's the same year.
I put that together in my mind, but I was like, I'm not going to force you to say that.
That's literally how I got it. I mean, I was already like a fan of everybody out there before that. But when I specifically heard him, I was like, oh, nah.
Like, nah, we about to go crazy.
I gotta go in there. They let this young nigga do it. Yeah. I gotta tighten up. I gotta make a plan to go in there.
That's fine.
If they letting us in as youngins, why
let's
not?
Go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go.
So yeah, that's literally actually the main reason. Also because like for me, I just couldn't believe there was a young nigga on that level at the time.
Yeah.
So it was inspirational for me. I was like, nigga, I gotta see this nigga and see how he operates. How the fuck does he think?
How is he on this
You know
level?
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was literally that. And actually, me just being ambitious, that was really my experience. It was just like taking everything in and just looking at how everything works. And I'm like, oh shit, this is how everybody operates. It's crazy.
Fire.
Yes, sir.
So you're in the range and you'll go where? To the crib?
Yes, sir. Nah, we started off, I think he took me out for lunch first. If I'm not mistaken. Went out for lunch, had some fly food. Yeah, I think we went out for lunch at Dro's or some shit. Chilled out there, and he was still, you feel me, telling me his whole plan, how he's trying to fuck shit up. I'm like, all right, I hear you, big homie.
Yeah.
We get to the studio afterwards, and then I think I met Ruff. Yeah, I met Ruff. I met Java.
Gold shit.
Who else did I meet that day? I don't remember everyone I met. It wasn't a lot of people in the studio that day. I only met like a couple more people the following morning because I think that's when MT popped out with the rest of the ATM gang. And then I still hadn't met Reese or Fifi or anyone else besides everyone ATM at the time.
Yeah.
And then, I met Luna. Yeah, I met Luna and Tweezy that night. Yeah, those are the two niggas I met too again. Yeah, so yeah. And then, yeah, from there, bro, it's just like a whole, you feel me, working experience and just learning from all the niggas that been doing it already and just like seeing how to go about it and figuring out where I want to place myself in that whole ecosystem.
So you just got there and you just started busting out?
Well, for me, I had a conversation with Mute because I was still in grade 11, like I said. So our conversation was, yo, bro, finish school. For now, we'll use you as a songwriter and a producer until you're done with matric, and then we can get you in as a full-on artist. I was like, all right, cool. And then, yeah, as time went by, for me, dog, also Skella was just boring because now a lot of people had caught on to that whole thing, right? So now it was just a thing. Every day you get into Skella. Yo, dog, so when you make a song with MT, when you coming out with it's like, dog, like, this is not the reason why I'm here, bro. I'm here to do the same shit you're doing, bro. Like, you feel me? I'd like that experience to be that. What I do out there has nothing to do with this shit. So it was just shit like that. It was like, there's that. I'm also like over school because I'm too tapped into this music thing now. So it's just like, dog, you know what? So I think it was like third quarter. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm out. Actually, nah. I remember how it happened. How it happened was I started bunking and going to the studio, right?
Yeah.
So one day my mom actually caught me coming back from the studio. So that day we came back earlier than we posted. So the plan was we're going to come back, go chill out at Nell's crib. And then when the time is right, I go back to the house. Then we get back to the same motion, back to the studio. So when I'm getting off of this taxi, my mom is catching the same damn taxi I'm getting off. Right? So as soon as I get to the door, me and her literally bump into each other. We have that moment of awkwardness. And I'm like, damn. Right after that, I was like, okay, she finna beat my ass today. So I went to drop my bag off at the crib. I hid in the studio for a young. Came back home super late even. Thinking she's sleeping. I get back, she's waiting for me. I'm like, oh, damn, she's about to rock me right now. It's like, yo, sit down. As soon as I sit down, it's like, yo, my nigga, I don't know why the fuck you gotta be wasting my money. I see you really want to do this music. And crazy enough, actually, when I was about to start grade 9, my mom sat me down and asked me, bruv, do you want to go to school or do you want to do this music thing? Feel me? Me out of being scared of saying the wrong thing, I'm like, let me do school. You feel me? So that night, she's like, my G, we literally had this conversation long ago. I asked you because I didn't want us to end up here. But since you doing it, go do it, dog.
That's fire. She's tapped in. Like, that's for her to like actually push you in that direction and say, yo, don't worry about this thing. Go.
I mean, she still wants her matric for sure.
Yeah,
but
as she
like,
should.
Yeah, but she's just like, yo, just do whatever you gotta do, bro. If that's what's working, do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, dog, I got
So
it.
after that convo, you like now?
Yeah, I stayed home for like the weekend. After that weekend, I never been home since. I only visit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just went to the mid.
I just sent straight. Me was even confused. Like, nigga, what the fuck? I'm like, bruh, let's get to work.
Like, let's just go crazy.
Like, let's just do it. I think that's around about the times the Ugesi came out, and then Shots to the Brain with MT came out that time.
Yeah. And the Shots to the Brain joint, that was your first joint.
Yeah, that was my first single.
That's your first single.
And then they dropped the second single, but I didn't even know about it dropping. That was the crazy thing. I just found that song on the net after we left the label. I was like, what?
Yeah, because you left like immediately after that first song.
Yeah, thing is, you feel me? Also with me, I already been there for a minute compared to a lot of people that already were outside doing it. You feel me? So it was like, okay, I've seen a lot of shit, experienced a lot. And then when it got to a point where niggas were seeing other things and trying to run away from them, I was just on some, okay, if that's what saves our asses, let's dip then. Like, you feel me? I ain't trying, because also with me, I don't like being caught up in shit I can't get myself out of. So as long as I still have a chance to just detach myself, I'm out,
Let's
bro.
go.
I won't even think twice, bro. Like, I always tell people like me, I don't mind being an asshole. If it's me versus you, I'm always gonna pick me, bro. Like,
yeah. You gotta do what's best for you.
Yeah, you can't put me in a position where I have to choose between me and you. Make me choose between something else rather, not me and you, bro. Like, that's, nah.
Because you're not going to win that one.
Fuck that. Even if I have to take a loss in that moment, that's cool.
And I've heard you say that even in the music, you say that to the girls, like, yo, don't make me, like, don't get me out my zone because then I'm going to have to sacrifice you.
That's just me. Yeah. I'm like that with everyone, bro. Shit, even my niggas, bro. Like, but I like my niggas because we're the same. We're literally the same. So it's easy for us to even just speak on shit quick and be like, yo, nigga, the fuck is this?
Yeah, if you're the same, then you don't have to even put each other in that position. You avoid that position because you know how it's going to go. It's like, so let's not do that.
Yeah, for me, it's always been like, yo, avoid trouble at all costs. I mean, the trouble I gotten into most of the time came from close range shit. It's never like anything from outside. So it's everything happening here and somehow makes its way outside. So it's always been that. But, you know, I've always tried to see how I can navigate through all of those things and just not, you know, make anything worse than it already is.
Yeah. When you niggas left out there, what was going through your mind specifically?
Honestly,
and also, were you leaving under the guidance of Reese? Was that your mentality, leaving like that, or was it we're all just gonna figure this out?
For me, bro, it was just a thing of me. I like my independence, bro. Me and my own independence go hand in hand. Like, if I have to feel like I'm losing control of my own decision making,
then it's not working
something's wrong. So the only thing that just influenced the thought of me leaving Ambitious was the conversations we were having at the time about everything that was happening then. So it wasn't a thing of, oh shit, reset this, then I gotta go. It was just like, hey, shit is fucked up, niggas, and if we stay here for too long, we're gonna find ourselves sinking with this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was just really the thing. So in my mind, I was just like, yo, dog, I gotta go one way or another. If it means I gotta go back home and reset and figure out how to get back into this thing, I'll figure it out. If it means I gotta go back to school, I'll do that, but I can't be here right now. So I remember there was this one time Reese was trying to, that day me and Reese were like, hey, we gotta get out of this crib because also the boss man had access to the crib. He could pull up anytime.
Of course.
So we're like, hey, bro, we ain't trying to get caught up right now in this mental state we're in.
That's funny. You say that. It just brought back the memory that I actually saw y'all niggas that night. I saw y'all the night before y'all moved out.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when
y'all niggas told me y'all moving out. You niggas were like, yo, we passing out here.
You feel
that
me?
just flashed through my mind. That's funny.
At the time, I thought, because also the reason why we're leaving the following day, because that's when payday was. So we're gonna get the rack and we're gonna use the rack to dip. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna use this rack, get back to the house. Reese is gonna go to benchmark, obviously, and then we'll see what happens after that. So I remember that night, no, actually the morning after, when we were packing shit up, Jody calls and we had another convo with Jody. At the end of this conversation, Jody's like, yo, boys, both of y'all just slide to Midran. We just need to chop everything up in person. I'm like, all right, cool. Me and Reese did. It was me, Reese, Mash, and Houdini at the time. So we slide, we get out there. When we get out there, we chop it up. And then I remember Jody pulled me to the side. I don't remember if it was the same day or the day after, but he pulled me. When we had that conversation, it was just me and him. And he just said, yo, boy, we trying to move, we trying to do this Wrecking Crew movement right now. And, we'd be very much honored to have you as part of the gang as well. So I was like, say less.
That's fire.
You feel me? And also at the time, I was already looking at the niggas as my brothers.
Of course,
way past the, you feel me, it's just music.
The rapper shit.
Because also, at the time, me and Risa had not even made music together at the time. It took us a minute to actually start, but we were already like cool with each other.
Yeah.
You feel me? So yeah, and then after that, we stayed there in Melville for a minute, and we dipped. Where the fuck did we go after? I remember we were just hopping in and out. Yeah, we were going crazy.
Ex-Global told us all this shit.
it was mad. So
he gave us the entire rundown.
Yeah, we were just hopping everywhere until we got to George Libisi. When we got there, that's when he hooked us up with a crib, and then we started being a bit more stable. Then we moved from there to Pretoria. I mean, I don't even have to get into too much detail because I'm going to probably say the same damn shit this nigga said. So, and then, for me now, I think the only thing I would answer really is specific questions that you want to know about my own experience in TW.
Yeah, for me, like, I don't... Shit, niggas can talk about whatever they want to talk about. Like, I don't actually have shit that I feel like, yo, tell us what had. Like, even with X, it's like he wanted to come tell that story. So I was like, yo, come tell that story. If you want to tell, I want to know the story from your perspective. Like, what was going on for you? Because for me, this is your chop. So I'm just trying to catch what you were on, what you were going through, and what you felt like.
Shit it was a lot of shit that happened. I'm gonna try and make it a nice,
concise body of work.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put everything in there. I'm just put everything I feel like is a pointer for me. Yeah. So first things first, I would say that was one of the greatest musical experiences I had in my life.
I can imagine.
Because first things first, I remember the day Jody said, yo, you're gonna be part of the Wrecking Crew. The first thing that came into my mind, I was like, this is crazy. These niggas are Avengers, bruh. Like, if I'm gonna be part of the Avengers, I need to be as tough as these Avengers. You feel me? So I think that's, for me, I think Wrecking Crew, also what I loved about it was the perfect time to figure myself out as an artist, because then I had enough freedom to do whatever the fuck I wanted.
The perfect space to do that too, yeah.
So at Ambitious, yes, it was a great experience musically too, but there was a lot of restrictions and limits to what I could do.
Yeah.
So when it was the TWC era then, now I was like, now I'm fully expressive on everything I do. And also, like, I wasn't scared of being weird no more, because I'm like, these niggas get it. You feel me? So that was one of the greatest things I had going on there. And then what else can I say about that whole thing?
You always came out like on more of like some singer shit.
That's what I was about to.
How did you become that nigga?
So, like I said, I've always been tapped into the singing side of me more than anything.
Because of your choir nigga shit, nah?
You feel me? So I just got into rap after my brother put me onto that shit.
Yeah, so the two just...
They went together. You feel me? And having a nigga like Drake.
Of course, yeah, the Drizzy influence
Drizzy
has... Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So having Drizzy as another artist that I grew up listening to was one of the greatest things that actually put me into becoming a singing, rapping nigga.
Yeah.
That's what we call it, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, for me now, at T-Dub, after the whole thing of, okay, I'm part of these Avengers, I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, Jody and K, crazy rappers. Reese, mad. Okay.
Just bring that nigga a little closer to you. The mic,
right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, these dudes are mad at rapping. Jody still got the craziest flows, one of the craziest flows I've heard, one of the craziest melodies I've heard.
Yeah.
What I need to do is be the hook guy. If I can start with being the hook guy, then I think I'll find the pocket properly in the melody.
You did come in with a crazy hook game.
You thought
like from jump.
So I was like, yo, let me master the art of creating a proper hook for any song. Because I looked at it from like, because now I was like, we finna start like a Lil Young Money type of vibe or something.
Sersky.
So I was like, okay, Young Money, Wayne was always at the top. Then it's Drake, then it's Sneaky. And then it's everyone else. So I didn't want to be looked at as
everyone else.
So I was like, how do I stay in a position where I can still do my shit at high level, but not trying to compete with these guys?
Yeah.
So
that's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is fire. That's so true, because you never sounded like you were trying to compete with the niggas.
Yes,
like,
sir.
ever.
You feel me?
Like, you always just were your own nigga in your own pocket, just doing your flame thing.
Yeah, so that was the first thing. I was like, I'm not going to compete with these guys because what they do it at high level. So I need to figure out what I'm doing and do that at high level.
That's smart.
So that's how the singing, rapping thing came together for me, and I just wanted to master that the most.
Fire. You niggas made... How was the process of making... What's that? That album title is so long. For Me to You and Only
From Me to You and Only You.
Yeah, because you're heavily on that project, nah?
Yeah.
You produced on that, nah?
Everything actually with me... I did produce one song, but I was co-producing. I didn't really like produce. I just produced because I was on the song.
Oh, okay.
So I just wanted to add a little bit of something that's going to help me also sound like I'm part of this shit. You know what I mean? So...
Yeah.
Excuse me. Kind of, what the hell did I get up to? And okay, at first the first song me and Reese made together was Feelings. So I remember.
Oh yeah. Which was his first song after the.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we were still in Melville at the time, and then. So they made the song at night. I was passed out. So I wake up in the morning. The boys take us out for breakfast. We come back. So on our way back, these niggas are telling him and Mash are just talking about, yo, find out we made this crazy ass joint yesterday, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? I gotta hear this shit. Y'all niggas recording and y'all don't let me know.
Yeah.
So we get to the crib, they play this thing. I'm like, there's no ways y'all niggas just came up with this. This is nuts. For me also, it was just like, how the fuck did y'all crack this sound so quick? Because I'm thinking... Niggas, are we not still supposed to
figure this out? Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just got out the label. We're used to a certain formula of creating. How the hell did y'all already jump on this new wave?
To it.
So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I listened to the song. I just felt like, because at first it was still like, you see how like the first verse sounds, especially the beat.
Yeah.
I felt like it was like too
monotonous. It switches when it gets to you.
Yeah, it was monotonous a lot for me. So I was like, okay, I want to add something. So, and also it kind of gave me like I don't know if you know the Wednesday interlude by Party Next Door. It's on Drake's If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Yeah.
It gave me that vibe.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was like, Reese already sounds like he's in that little Toronto Drake bag on this. Let me see if I can figure out how to put something Party Next Door-ish.
On it. Yeah.
You feel me? So I was like, all right, cool, Mesh, let's change the drums here, do this, blah, blah, blah. Hopped on it. Then they fucked with that. And then we listened to it. The boy was like, we need to end it with a bang, boy. That's how the Lost part came in.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And then from there, everything he was making, I actually wasn't involved much.
You weren't in that.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, if you need me for anything, just say. But other than that, I was also just focused on my own thing and just, I was also building up Clouds at the time. So, I think me and him, when he was working on From Me to You, I was working on Clouds.
Which is a classic of yours. Clouds is a classic.
I appreciate that, bro.
It's gotta be like that's a Flvme classic.
So when we were doing both projects, because crazy enough, also I appeared in From Me to You 4 times.
Yeah,
and he also appears in Clouds 4 times.
Oh, that's crazy. That's why for me it felt like you were heavily involved in the project because of how much you appeared. It felt like, and also how much he's appearing on your shit. It made it feel like you guys were jamming out like crazy.
I would say the reason why me and him popped out like that on each other's shit, it was just because of how much time we spent around each other. It was just that. So every single day, me and Reese were just like this. As much as there was everyone else in the house, you'd find me and him in the same spot every damn time. So I think that's what also made us have so much songs with each other. Because even how we made our songs, it just happened. We just realized, oh shit, we made a song. That's crazy.
It's organic.
Yeah, it was never a thing of, we planned that, I'm gonna need Flvme on this, or I'm gonna need Reese on that. It was just like it happened.
The songs happen.
Yeah,
the songs make themselves.
We were there.
Yeah.
And it just, you feel me? So, yeah, that's how literally every single song, besides the Clouds stuff and the From Me to You stuff, anything me and him have worked on together has always been created like that. So yeah, that's how I think I ended up on From Me to You.
Like
it wasn't a plan even. It was just like, I'm here. Yeah.
So Clouds, like, how do you, as your perfectionist self, decide that, okay, I'm ready, this is my first one? Which you were right about, of course.
Yeah.
You were right.
I appreciate that. Let me think.
Like, what gave you the feel like, okay, I got it?
At first, I knew I was getting somewhere. But at the time, as much as, you feel me, the niggas around me understood what I was doing, they didn't understand it to a certain degree of it. So the one nigga that understood, still understands my sound till today, is Zoo.
Yeah.
You feel me? So now, we just moved into Pretoria. I'll say about 70% of the project now. You feel me? So we moved there. First day we moved in, the boys had went out, so it's me and Mash at the house. Zoo pops in. That was actually the first day I even met Mizo. Crazy enough. So he pops in with Mizo.
Shout out to Mizo.
And then I played Zoo the shit that I had already on the EP, and then I had a video for Pray For Us actually at the time. So instead of playing him the joint, I played him the video straight. Then he repeated that video for a minute, and after that, he's like, I'm fine. Are you done with the project? I'm like, nah, I'm not done. And then he's like, when you're done, let me know. I want to mix this shit for you. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I'm like, I already was trying to bring it to you. I was just trying to make sure, you feel me, the budget is correct. That's all. Like, nah, don't even worry about that. Just bring this shit. I'll do it for you. I was like, all right, that's
fine. He is like that. He does reach out if he believes in your talent.
You feel what I'm saying? So... And also for me, that's one of the niggas I heard for the first time, and I was like, yo, you feel me? So, because I think the first time I heard him was in 2016, so we were still in Ambitious. I remember we were driving to a show, and then J Smash sent me a song. It's the song we have with J Smash and Zoo on it. So J Smash sent me that song, and I heard Zoo, and I was like, there's no way a nigga in South Africa is doing this shit. You feel me? So I was like, this the nigga I really got to tap it. When I found out he's an engineer too, I was like, oh, even better. So I've been mixing, actually everything that I've dropped, I've made, except for 2 projects, which was the first German and While You Wait. Those are the only 2 projects that Zoo didn't mix. but everything else I have.
Yeah, everything else you take out there too.
Everything.
Yeah.
From even when I dropped my first single, Money Today, I remember because at the time Reese was mixing with Zeph. So we were about to send the shit to Zeph. I'm like, nah, my nigga, that's your preference. Let me try this guy and see how he's gonna
see what he's doing. Yeah.
When that nigga sent it back, the only thing I had a problem with was the bass. I was like, niggas, just turn that thing up a little bit more. He was like, say less.
Say less. Of course, Zucci's like, say less, nigga.
From there on out, I knew that. Also with me, like I said, because of me being a perfectionist, I always had, everything I do is intentional. So when I wanted to mix with Zoo, it was a thing of, I actually understood the whole game of whoever is even mixing your music plays a very important role.
Huge role.
You know what I mean? So that's why I just didn't want to be out here just flying around. I was like, yo, this gonna be the nigga that touches my shit. These are the niggas I'm gonna surround myself with, and this is how I move. Yeah.
Like, it seems as though you've always taken your music very seriously. Like, it's never been something you just playing with.
Not at all. I remember Java was the first person to actually get me into that mindset. I mean, I always took music serious, but to fully tap into that whole, aura just came from all the conversations I used to have with Java and Ambitious. And I remember the one thing he once said to me that still sticks with me till today was, bruv, when I listen to your music and I look at you, it needs to go hand in hand. So since then, for me, I was like, dog, I'm going to be a lab rat.
Yeah. Which you are, like, heavily.
I'm going to be a lab rat and I'm going to just focus on all of this shit.
So you put out Clouds.
Yes, sir.
How do you feel with how it happens? And what was the process? Like,
the process was mad. Nah.
Because it never is with your first one.
It wasn't easy. That was a very crazy experience for me because I got to experience a lot of things. Well, so that same year was the first time I got my heart broken by a girl. It was my first time doing a lot of shit. You feel me? I had my first kid.
Who did you dirty? What happened?
I ain't gonna say names, but you feel me?
Yeah.
You just, you get people. Shit just doesn't go the way it should.
What she do to you?
Boom. Oh, she just woke up one day and just said, I'm fine, I ain't feeling it. I'm like, what do you mean?
What?
Bro, like,
that's crazy.
This don't make no sense. So I think also the reason why it fucked me up is because of you feel me, how I was thinking. In my head, I'm always that nigga.
Yeah,
I'm like, bro, what the fuck do you mean?
What does that even mean?
This how you just gonna wake up and dip? Like, you know what I mean? So it was just one of those.
Well, she ain't had no reason, nothing. What did she say?
She tried to come with like a whole lot of excuses that just were not factual. And I was like, bro, you know
just
what?
Keep it a
I got to
like,
a point
what's
where,
going on?
Yeah, I got to a point where I was like, now I'm fighting for something that's just dead here. Like, you know what? You want to go?
And that also hurts.
Yeah.
Like, that process of the fight.
I'm like, dog, why am I still fighting for you? Because, dog, you clearly want to leave because you just bringing shit up now. Like,
now you're just creating this.
Yeah. The one thing she said to me that made me just be like, fuck it, was when she was like, yo, I know you have other bitches. I'm like, bruh, you're with me every fucking day.
What are you talking about?
When I wake up in the morning and I fucking get out the shower, you at the gate. You leave here at 10 p.m. That's around about the time I'm about to go to bed.
Yeah. What are the bitches?
What the hell are you talking about? As soon as she said that, I was like, you know what, dog?
It's cool.
It's cool. It's fine. Do you, bro.
What year was this?
2017. Same year.
Yeah.
So I remember that time I took time off from the studio for about a month or so.
You had to sit down?
Yeah. I didn't.
Crazy.
I hardly got out of my room. I was only getting out for food.
That's crazy.
And shit like
that means you love that girl.
For shit show. I still do.
To this day, no?
Yeah.
Do you want it back or nah? You just living without it?
Nah, I'm good. I just always think about like the shit it has to come with.
Yeah,
You feel me? Like I don't have a problem with fucking with someone, but having you in my space, are you going to pour into it or pour out of it?
Yeah.
That's always the one thing. So I kind of know the consequences of being there. It's kind of like, nah, dog. I'd rather we keep it at me fucking with you still. Let's not even take it to anywhere I have to hate you again, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So it took you a while to get over that.
Yeah. I think when I started understanding that, bro, you shouldn't take everything too hard on yourself in life, that's when I just was like, okay, cool. I can live without this mommy now.
Yeah. It's like, it's not that deep.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not that
It's
crazy.
okay.
Yeah, because now I'm thinking about, okay, if this the first mommy that did me like this, how many more am I going to bump into that are probably going to do the same damn thing? So that's
And you were singing that too.
Yeah, so I was just like, at this point, fuck it. Like, so that's kind of like, me for me, because I'm too, like, invested, especially when I get into relationships, like, I'm inside. So because of that, I kind of had to also learn how to, I had to learn the art of detachment. You feel me? So I had to just live for the moment now.
Just enjoy it.
Because I was already thinking about the next 10, how the next 10 is about to pan out. You feel what I'm saying? I'm planning ahead. It's not about
And it had the mommy in it.
You feel what I'm saying? Next thing you know, when shit goes south, it's like,
damn.
all of those plans gone down the drain. So now I'm just like, yo, bro, wherever the fuck this shit's going is going. If it's gonna drown, no problem.
It's so good.
Just know I won't make it at the bottom of that ocean, that's all.
That's definitely the one thing that attracted me to you as an artist. Like, I respected and appreciated that because I didn't have that at the time. So you're one of the niggas that, like, actually taught me how to do that. Like you, Java, probably like a Saudi, like niggas who will talk about like how they feel. Or even Cly, actually. I tapped into Cly a lot. I was like, because I didn't have the lover boy shit.
I used to go crazy all over like 2016.
Yeah.
That nigga was heavy on my playlist then, bro.
Cly is a different nigga. Like, I was like, yo, how these niggas can really like get in there and sing about like all this shit.
It's always been about the music I also consume.
Yeah.
So the same niggas you just mentioned, I was consuming their music too. You feel me? With a whole lot of other motherfuckers. So everything I consumed had to help me go through anything. So now that we're talking about the Clouds era, and we just spoke about the heartbreak, everything I was listening to then was something I could relate to that I'm going through too as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny you say that because that's how I made Get 'Em. That's exactly what Get 'Em was for. Like, I had to get him. Somebody had to tell me to get him, so
I feel you.
I made it for
I remember
me.
You played it for me before it even came out.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah.
Lunatics.
Yeah.
I forgot what the fuck was. I don't know if we went to go get food. I think we were also trying to get some weed or some shit.
I think I bumped into... Didn't I bump into you? Niggas at Shell.
You found us at Cosworld, actually.
Yeah. And then I gave you a lift to the crib.
We went back to the crib together. I remember
and I
that.
jammed the thing. Yeah, you're right.
That was the first time I heard that song. And I remember I was like, dog, you have no choice now. At this point, you gotta go. We were going crazy over that song. But I think what actually made us love it the most was the video.
Yeah, the video.
Specifically the dance moves. The dance moves had us going crazy, bro. The picking up. Hey, hold on. I think at that time, you were actually one of the niggas that had us, like, you were one of the niggas that actually fueled us to, like, even go crazy.
Yeah, every time I bumped into you niggas, like, you niggas would always say, yo, you are our guy. Like it was the same thing with Reese. Yeah. Like, he was always like, yo.
Like, I won't even lie, bro. Like, at the time, we were not hearing no one.
Yeah.
Like, we felt like we were the top of whatever the fuck is going on. So, at the time, you were the only nigga that was dropping music and we're like, this nigga's on it for real, like, yo. So I think that's what even made it easy for me to even wanna like know you as a nigga, because I was just like, this nigga's just a fire ass nigga, bro.
Appreciate
like,
that. That's fire.
So that's how I actually got It's 1 and 2.
When I got in that era, man. Yeah, that Zinger era was, when I got in there, I felt like, okay.
It was going down, bro.
I just found myself. It's like, okay.
Down. The only 2 niggas that were doing shit for us was you and Slick.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2
Slick
niggas.
Slick is him, of course. Yeah.
It's going down over it. Other than that, bro, anyone else,
respectfully, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
We're not hearing shit bro, at all. Like,
yeah, because you niggas are scorching too.
That's why I'm like,
crazy.
we're not hearing nothing. Like, nothing is hitting.
Crazy. Yeah.
Because also at the time, we felt like we brought something that wasn't here.
Yeah, sonically.
You know what I mean? We felt like, okay, we just turned up a little, knob nyan on the stove. So we felt like we were the only nigga going at the same level as we were doing, only because the shit you were making was too different. It didn't sound like anything we heard.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it was like, oh, why I gotta listen to all this shit when I can just go to Drake or go to motherfucking Trav or whoever I can listen to? Your shit was the only thing that sounded way too different.
I appreciate it. That's fine.
And also the flows, bro. Nah. The flow game.
You also gave me that
I think I told you that.
You gave me that
I think I told you one time. Like,
you're like...
This one of the dudes that actually made me work on my flowing game. Like, especially how you don't clash with your flows. Everything leads to the next thing. That's how I actually learned it. I heard... What song was I listening to, bro?
Crazy.
I think I was listening to, is it... the one with Burner and Wiz.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, Out of Options, yeah.
Dog, the way you went into the verse and went back into the hook, it slapped me so much. I was like, how did he even get out of the verse, bro? Like, when did we leave the verse? I thought it was still... I think that's the day I was like, no, I need to go rework how I actually go about it. Because I'm like, I can make songs, but now it's about...
Even small details that you pay attention to, yo.
Because I'm like, this nigga can actually even perform these songs nicely without having to worry about when the hook is coming in, when I'm about to jump in on the verse, like, because everything is one. So I was like, oh, it helps in a whole lot of aspects besides just making the whole thing sound flawless.
Yeah. Yeah, besides just saying fire shit, it's like there's little nuggets that you have to work on that make the song one thing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that song for me was the song that made me want to go rework how I construct the flow on a song, bro.
I mean, that song made those niggas jump on it. So it's like whatever I was doing there clearly was like something. Because for me, even how that happened, I don't
even melodically alone, nigga, like everything about that. I don't want to know.
Yeah, how that happened. Pori wasn't actually asking niggas for them to jump on that joint.
They just heard
He was just jamming the music.
But
and
also,
they
how
were
can you
like,
not jam that song?
This thing.
How can you not jam that song?
Make room for me.
Me also, dog, I do that. If the boys have some shit that I'm fucking with,
it's like, yo, make room.
Forgive me, I have to play something.
Yeah. That's facts. That's fine. I appreciate that.
I feel why he had to play that song. It had to be played. Because otherwise, them niggas wouldn't have jumped on it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah. That made me feel really great as an artist. Like that moment to have them niggas like hear something of mine and feel like, oh shit. And then also to then hear them jump on it how I did, because that's validation of like, also the way it's like,
there's
I
no
want
other way
a piece
to do
of
it.
what you're doing.
It's basically no other way to go about it.
That was fun.
I don't lie, we were geeked when we heard that song. I think I still bump it till today.
Yeah, I still jam them
I
shits.
still play that shit till today for shit show. That's still one of my... But the one that caught me off guard was the Upsantu Santu way. That one caught me off guard. I was like, this nigga is... If niggas are not gonna say this nigga's not a genius at this point, I don't know what the fuck is up. Like,
I appreciate that.
I don't know no more. What?
Yeah.
Nah, my brother, I'm good. I'm good, bro. Nah, I don't even have nothing to say. Like, I appreciate that. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that caught me off guard as well.
The flow, the way you decided to project your vocal, like everything about that whole thing is crazy. the lyrical content
is stupid.
And I tell niggas, I'm like, bro, because at first, when I first heard it, I'm like, this nigga's playing with me. I know this nigga crazy.
Yeah.
But then one time, I think Jones was playing it. So Jones is playing this shit, and he's singing along to it. So now, I forgot which bar it was that got me. I think it was the cameraman bar. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, this nigga's actually very intentional with this whole thing. He knows what the fuck he's doing. That's the day I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's easy to hear that song and think,
I was
come on, like...
I can't complain anymore.
But the musicality is there.
That's how I was like, yo, this nigga is mad. Because I understood the intention of the whole song now. I was like, okay. And this song is not about me.
Obviously understood it too.
Bingo. You feel me? So I'm like, I don't have to be out here trying to overthink this song. This song is for me to have fun.
Just have fun.
Let me have fun.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying silly shit.
There was a time, I think there was an era we were caught up in literally how we were chatting. We were chatting in those lyrics.
Yeah.
That's how we'd reference one lyric from that song and use it in a conversation.
Yeah, it becomes the charm.
I was like, niggas.
Yeah.
It's mad, but...
That's fire. I appreciate that. Now you just spent like 5 minutes giving me my flowers.
Damn, I had to.
That's fine. I appreciate that. Real nigga shit. Real nigga shit. Let's jump back to you. So you put out your first shit.
The Clouds join.
And you're immediately a staple to the culture. It's like, okay, Flvme is here.
Crazy, actually.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
I found that. Also for me, I was anxious because I didn't know how that shit was going to perform. You feel me? Because it's like, dog.
That anxiety, of course, is always there.
And on top of that, independent. On top of that, I think that's where most of the anxiety came from. Like, yo, right now it's about ish. If people hear it, they hear it. If they don't, they don't. Excuse me. I was so shocked off the whole reception and how that shit was just received the first week alone. And I was like, I never imagined I would be doing this at this scale right now.
That was fire. That was so refreshing. When I got in there, I was like, shit, like, I felt the same way you're saying you felt about me. It's like, I was like, I can jam this because this nigga's doing his own thing. This nigga's got his own thing that I can come tap into. It's not like a mediocre version of anybody else's thing.
I appreciate that, big dog.
That was fire.
So for me, I think another reason why, like, and I appreciate you saying, like, you know, it made me, you know, a very valuable player in the game.
Yeah.
It's because that's how I also wanted to look at it. That's why earlier on I mentioned that I never wanted to give out anything that I felt like was half done. Just because we're already in motion, I just, you know what I mean? So I was like, for me it was beyond just being a great artist. It was like, yo, I need to be one of the guys that are actually pouring into what's going on in the culture. I want to be looked at as this nigga brought something important in what's going on right now.
Yeah.
So, that's till today. I still look at this whole thing like
you live it. Yeah, you're one of the niggas that, and I guess this is why we have that mutual respect. It's like you can tell a nigga that lives it.
Yeah,
like that is lives it, not like does it. There's people that do it, and there's people that live it.
Right now, I want to pour into the game, so I always looked at like, you know, that trying to be the biggest nigga in the game thing always will come and go.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, you can bring it through.
Shout out,
feel free. We got Echo back in the cut, ladies and gentlemen.
I think this is not what I'm looking for right now.
What are you looking for?
This is what I'm looking for here.
Y'all have fun out there.
I appreciate you, family.
Let's try it out.
Oh, y'all gotta go crazy too out there.
Yeah. Me, I just needed something to hold on to for now.
Of course. Don't die on the set.
Yeah. So basically with that whole thing is just like, okay, I don't want to be the biggest nigga. I just want to be the nigga the biggest nigga can call when he needs something.
That's fucking fire, nigga.
Damn. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I say it again.
Get him.
I ain't trying to be the biggest nigga. I'm just trying to be the nigga the biggest nigga needs whenever he needs something.
That's fire.
That's how I always, so I looked at it as, that's how I'm going to be here longer than, you know, how much at the end of the day, it's not our choice how long we're here for.
Yeah.
But however long I'm gonna stay is only how I also move within. So that's why I also love the behind the scenes part of me now. It's kind of like, okay, I can still be behind all of this shit and still be in it at the same time.
That's fine. You're super tapped in. What was the project that followed that? And are you still TW? Did you make it to the next project as TWC still?
Yeah. The only project I didn't get to as T-Dub was Candyman. But
you were fresh out of that? Candyman. We'll get there, though.
But most of it was worked in there, so we'll get there. So, I don't know what that do. So, second project was Do Not Disturb with Zoo. That was the second project.
That was the second project?
That was my second project.
Oh, my goodness. You came out going crazy. You came out going crazy.
Yeah.
What?
So, crazy enough, you know.
Shout out to Zoo, too.
This is the backstory people don't know about Do Not Disturb.
Yeah.
Initially, Do Not Disturb was supposed to be 3 of us. So it was supposed to be me, Zoo, and Reese.
Oh, shit.
That's how it was actually set up. So I remember how we started it. The idea of Do Not Disturb started when we made, I don't know if you heard a song called Sweet Revenge. It's the 3 of us on it.
I think I may have.
So
Did you guys do a visual for that?
Nah, we never shot for it, nah.
Okay.
So when we did that, like just from recording it, before it even came out, just recording that song, that's the day we were like, boys, it seems like we need to keep this sonic going, Because whatever the 3 of us do when we do it, I don't know what the fuck it is, but it comes out crazy. So one time, I think it was in the situation of now we hotel hopping, so we had just moved out of Pretoria, right? So hotel hopping with the Cube now in Rivonia. So at the time, shit started going crazy. So me being the youngest one, obviously, you know, the older bros always want to look out for me and make sure I'm great. Yeah. So one day they sit me down. They're like, boy, shit is getting wild out here, and we don't think we'll be able to hold you down the way you need to be held down right now. So what we think is the best thing to do is you go spend some time with Zoo, bro. Like, go stay with Zoo for a minute while we figure this shit out. And then you come back once everything is straight.
That's
dope. I call
dope.
Zoo. I'm like, Zoo, boy, shit's mad. I need to pull up. Zoo was like, say less.
Real nigga.
Literally the same time. As soon as I landed, me and Zoo started going in the same minute.
Got straight to it.
Yeah, the first song we made, actually, it didn't make it on the project. We actually gave it to some DJ. Who's this dude? Forgot. But we gave it to a
DJ nigga.
So we gave it to him. And then the second song we made was Blow My Mind. And then from there, I was like, I think Fana, we know what the fuck we're doing at this point. And then we kept calling Reese, asking him if he's going to pop out. Then at some point, we realized it's not going to happen. We might as well just have fun.
Let's just rock out.
You feel me? So, yeah, that's how Do Not Disturb came out. And then, literally, when we finished with the whole thing, the boys got the crib in the South now.
Yeah.
So, I get back to the crib. We're at the South. As soon as I land, the first thing I find getting operated is L3. So I'm getting my hands dirty again.
Yeah, you're getting straight to work.
Yeah. So
you're like just a music man.
Like, yo, I'm trying to play. So I played them the whole thing. They heard it, and then they played me that. That's how I found out they working on the L3. So they had like a few songs. But then the same week, because they made that song, the whole project in 1 week, them niggas. Yeah. So that same week, I was going on a tour show. So I had a Clouds tour going on at the time. So I was going to Kimberly. I remember we even got arrested out there for like 3 days or some shit.
Damn.
When we come back...
On what grounds? Real quick.
So we had a little situation at an Airbnb that we had booked. So this Airbnb has like 2 cribs, right? The spot that you book and where the owners stay. So we had left Mello earlier on there, and then he got into some bullshit because he smoked in the crib. Yeah. And then the cops pulled up, and then we had to rush from wherever the fuck we was at, come back. But when we came back, luckily we found the cops chilling. They having a normal conversation with him. So they just, pass on the message to us. Yo, boys, we know what you niggas get up to. Just do it
Just
respectfully,
relax, yeah.
so that y'all don't have to have niggas like us have to pop out. You feel me? So we're like, all right, cool. And then we decided, you know what, let's pay these dudes for like a couple more nights so we can chill out a little bit more out here because we thought the spot was cozy. So, cool. We got to get ready for like a meet and greet. We had a little meet and greet later on that same night at Spur. And then, did I have a show that night? I think I had a show after the meet and greet. But then, yeah, after I get ready, I was the first nigga ready. So after I get ready, I get out the crib so I can smoke outside, right? As soon as I get outside, the security dude pulls up on me. Yo, the owner says, y'all got to pick out shit and dip. I'm like, hey, that's crazy. No problem. Just tell him to give us back our guap and we out of here right the fuck now. He goes back. The owner comes back himself now. He's like, yo, nigga, you and your niggas got to get the fuck up out of my spot. I'm like, nigga, I think you heard what I said. He's like, nah, y'all ain't getting shit back.
Damn.
I laughed at him. And after I laughed at him, I opened the door. I'm like, niggas, come here with this lame-ass nigga saying. So he's like, what? You're calling me a lame-ass nigga? I'll show you lame. Next thing you know, we're caught up in a situation where now we're being held hostage out there. All right?
Damn.
So, yeah. And then
what, in the crib?
Yeah, in the yard. This nigga called up his own goons. They blocking the gate with vans. Damn. It's crazy now. So I'm like, niggas, we finna die out here. You feel me? So
what?
I call the cops. I'm like, yo, we in the young. Please come save us. They pop out. When they pop out,
damn.
When I pull up on them, they mize me and walk towards the owner straight. And that's when I was like, okay, here it looks like
we're out of our league out here.
Fuck, you know? And then what happened? Me and Echo walk into the crib with them, and then we chat, and then the cops at the end of the whole conversation like, okay, we can't get you your money back, but we can escort you out of here safely. What y'all gonna have to do is go to a small claims court tomorrow and sue them off. Yeah. I'm like, hey, you know what? At this point, getting the fuck up out of here is the greatest option. Let's dip. So Tiger's trying to get some shit that we left in the crib. We had some food in the fridge and shit. He goes in there. As soon as he picks the shit up, the owner's wife walks in there and starts fighting him and beating him up.
What?
Then the owner goes in, and when the owner goes in, joins his wife, they beating up Tiger. Then one of the cops goes in, helps them beat up Tiger.
What?
So I'm like, this is getting even more crazier, right? So we figure out a way, we pull Tiger out this whole situation. We hop in the car. We like, yo, drive to the nearest...
You niggas were in smoke.
Bro, we like, yo, drive to the nearest police station. We get to the police station. Soon as we park, guess who's parking behind us?
Them niggas.
The cops and the same motherfuckers I just motherfucking mentioned. But them niggas is not in the back of the van.
Yeah.
They sitting comfortably. I'm like, oh, this is getting fucked up. So we get out, we go into reception, excuse me, and then they follow us, and then the cops go through the back. As soon as we get to reception, they point out the bruise. Like, yo, y'all niggas come to the back. So it's me and Echo again sitting together now. So I'm starting to get anxious, all of that. Because it's my first time even coming to a police station to drop shit.
Damn.
So I'm like, Echo, dog, what the fuck is going on? Because now it's been a minute. These niggas been going. It's like, nah, they just taking their statements. They'll be back because we also have to lay our case. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go outside, I call my mom. I'm like, nigga, look, right? I feel like we're in a sticky situation. So in case you have to wake up tomorrow and I'm not answering my phone, or you find out I was in a young situation, just know that right now I might get arrested.
It's a bit crazy, yeah.
It's possible for me to sleep in jail. Just so you have that peace of mind at least. So cool. And then me and my mom just prayed over the phone right in that moment. And when I come back, I'm trying to use the bathroom. So I'm like, yo, where the bathroom at? Coincidentally, Echo's also trying to use the bathroom. So we both go to the bathroom. When we walk out, we find a cop waiting for us by the door with 2 huge bags of weed. And he's like, yo, gentlemen, I'm going to be your arresting officer for the night. We like, God damn. You feel me?
They checked the whip?
Yeah.
Damn.
Went all in there. But luckily, we were not in the car. when he searched the car.
Okay.
So that was what actually saved us from even getting charged for this weed.
Okay, yeah.
So as he's walking us to the back to get us arrested, he's asking us, yo, niggas, this y'all weed and shit? We're like, nope. He's like, yo, y'all smoke? We like, nigga, we want the shit you got in your hand right now. We wouldn't mind rolling something up from it, but that's not us.
Yeah.
We moving like that. That looks too crazy to be us. Then he gets to the bag, he asks everybody, yo, whose weed is this? Tiger takes the fall for it. This nigga charges everybody, right? So that's how we end up.
He's a hate ass nigga.
Yeah. And everything.
Shout out to Tiger for taking the fall too.
Shout out Tiger for that, for real.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I felt like everything that happened in that moment was just God, right? So this nigga, we had 50 grams of weed. I know that for sure.
Yeah.
That nigga went to go weigh the things. It came out as a 0. Because now on literally all our papers, he had to write 0. That's how much the shit weighed. Because if it had weighed 50, he was going to have to split the 50 amongst all of us. So he literally split a whole 0 amongst everybody.
Damn.
So I'm like, first things first, he searched the car without the niggas. The weed is weighing 0. My nigga, there's no way he's still trying to take us in. I remember that's the same damn night I actually even dropped Do Not Disturb. I dropped it while I was about...
What?
Yeah, I was going in when I dropped the link. Me and Zoo were supposed to drop the link at midnight.
That's crazy.
So it's about probably 6, 7 p.m. at the time. And then I saw that at this point, this nigga doesn't feel us. We're going in regardless now, no matter what happens, right? So I asked the cops, I'm like, niggas, look, I got to move this link. It's a life or death sentence.
You have to move the link.
I'm like, yo, you can even stand here with me while I do it. So that when I'm done and I press done and I switch it off, I give it to you now. They were like,
and then you can
go
take
crazy.
me.
I did the thing, I sent Zoo a text. I'm like, nigga, I just dropped the link. I'll explain when I explain. Switched off the phone. I came back out. When we came out, Echo was the only nigga that hadn't recorded shit on L3, crazy enough. So I think it took him like 24 to 48 hours to do every single verse he had in there because they had to...
Fire, nigga.
They had to submit literally the day after he finished recording.
Yeah.
They even woke me up in the morning. That's how I ended up jumping on Triple X.
Yeah.
They woke me up at like 3, 4 in the morning. Yo, Flame boy, we're about to send the Cypress as if now we need the level. I'm like, damn, all right, cool.
Get straight to
Got
it.
in there. I listened to the song. Because also I'm still in sleep mode, I'm like, yo, this shit is too fast for me. It's too, you feel me? I take the beat, I chopped it, dropped it a little bit down, slowed everything down, recorded that whole thing. Everybody fucked with it, went back to sleep. Yes,
That's a crazy ass story. So you go from dropping Do Not Disturb, which was crazy, by the way. I don't know if I said that enough. Like I had that in rotation for like for a minute. I was like, yo, the way also Unias put that together, the way Zuchi put that together, his engineering on that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, his engineering, of course, just period.
And
He's
crazy
him.
Enough, I didn't even listen to the mixes.
Yeah.
Because I knew how...
You trusted.
Yeah. I mean, right now, I do listen to certain, especially if it's my solo shit.
Yeah.
It's more like most of the time when I'm working on my solos, I'm always alone. So I always they hardly like get to feel the whole experience of how this nigga put together this whole thing in the first place.
Yeah.
They'll catch me when I'm already in the vibe now that, okay, niggas, I need us to make a song like this. I need us to do that. So
yeah.
At the time, because we made the project together, like I would wake up, make beats, and then as soon as he wakes up, he'd listen to the beats, you know, add whatever he adds on it, polish everything up, and then once everything is polished, we start the recording process. So because everything we did together, I knew he knew exactly how I wanted everything to sound from my vocals down to the last hi-hat. So I was like, I don't have to tell this nigga how to mix this shit.
That's the greatest freedom, like, of all time. Like, to have, like, an engineer who understands exactly what you want. Oh.
I think I read a tweet like that from Wiz Khalifa, actually. He's like, you can be a great artist, but find it's always better when you even have an engineer that understands you as an artist.
That's why that Drake and 40 relationship is monumental, because Oof.
Nigga.
Yeah.
You can't... Fucking up that formula is fucking up everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why with me, and also I feel like, you know, it's just a thing of understanding the role you play, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like me, when I'm with Zoo, I know certain things I need to like kind of change about me and how I walk into that room. You know what I'm saying? When I walk
That's
into
fire.
Zoo's room,
That's
I'm walking
fire.
into Zoo's room. It's no longer my room.
Yeah.
You feel me? He's in control of that situation. So I'm just there as the nigga I'm more of a student in that situation.
Yeah.
Basically.
Also, Zoo's very steadfast in his position
That's the
as
thing.
driver of the ship.
You feel what I'm saying?
He doesn't want to be interrupted.
So why would you want to in the first place?
You don't
know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
don't want to do that.
He got it under control.
And he does.
All we got to do is just make sure we loading up the
Everything
cargo.
is right, yeah.
Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, that's how Do Not Disturb was easy.
How long did y'all make it for?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks probably,
Yeah, it was 2 weeks. Because I spent 2 weeks there at the crib. And then, it actually took 2 weeks because there was some verses that Zoo had to finish. So basically, I was already done.
You were already.
Yeah,
it's easy for you. It's light work.
finished.
Like you just getting it out.
So Zoo, because some songs he switched up the beat here for his own part to sound unique in a way.
Yeah.
So because of all of those technicalities, it took him a little bit of the other week to finish off. But other than that, I was already on some niggas finish already.
It was, let's go.
That's literally how it was.
So
D&D.
you go from Clouds to Do Not Disturb to L3.
L3, and then right after
you're
L3,
having a crazy run, like
right after L3. I think that was the 1 year I didn't get to sleep, bro. Like sleep was minimal.
That's a crazy run.
I was. Sleep was luxury to me. Like if I got the chance to sleep, it was like, oh my God.
You only sleep when you pass out.
Yeah, it was literally those situations. Most of the times we either sleeping in a moving car or a nigga sleeping on the chair in the studio.
Yeah.
Like that's literally how it moved. Cause I remember right after the L3 run, we had about a month of just letting L3 do his thing. And then we hopped into the Thanks for Nothing bag same time. So when we got into that bag, I remember coincidentally, I ended up like actually executive producing the whole thing.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how, but I just figured out later when we're done that, oh shit, I was just like, but also for me at the time, because of the mentality we were in after the run of the projects we just like mentioned, I was like, niggas, we're at a point where now niggas are looking at us on some, now you niggas have to miss.
Yeah,
now you actually have to fuck
now they're
out.
looking for a miss,
because you've already shown us over and over again that, okay, these niggas are still doing it.
They crazy.
Now you really have to miss, or else and find out y'all niggas are on some superhuman shit for real. So I remember for me at the time, it was a thing of, also I didn't want it to sound like anything that we've made before. So because me as a producer at TWC at the time, I never had the chance to actually flex that muscle. You know, I'm like, okay, I'm more focused on the production side of what's going on. It was always that was Mash's hat to wear. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, now
you got in your producer bag.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, now let me hop into this producing shit. And if anything, I want to give these niggas something they also never even tapped into before themselves. That way, I feel like we're going to make something fly. Mash is just going to have to piece it together for us. That's all he has to do. So I was just sitting down every day with Mash, chopping shit, putting shit together. Niggas are recording. If I had verses I didn't like, I was deleting niggas' verses. I was that hard on niggas.
I like that.
Yeah, I was
like
that hard on
energy.
niggas in that moment.
I like that.
I was like, and the only thing I kept telling them, I was like, yo, niggas, I'm not gonna let none of y'all go out there sounding kidly as fuck. Like,
hell yeah.
In a way, I'm like, nigga, we're already putting 150% into this. You ain't coming here with 90, dog.
Playing with us,
Yeah, I need you to fight at the same level. We're going at war here, dog. This is wartime.
They want us dead.
Yeah. And also for me, I felt like because we never had an actual Wrecking Crew project, I looked at Thanks for Nothing as that.
Fine.
So I was like, this is the one time we have a chance to.
So you captained that ship.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
that's fire.
We have to come out and cement this whole TWC thing with this thing here, right here. So, yeah, that was probably one of the greatest experiences I've ever had, actually, in terms of creating a project.
Fire, that's fire.
Because I couldn't wait to make the next thing.
Yeah,
every day. It was
waking
like,
up every
what are we
day
making now, boy?
Yeah,
it was always that. So even my shit, like my vocals were recorded, like after most of everybody recorded their shit. Most of the things I recorded was like hooks. So my verses came like later on when I felt like everything
was in order. Yeah, in your exact bag. That's crazy as a young nigga too.
Yeah, how old was I? I was turning 19 that year.
That's crazy, boy. 19. That's crazy.
I think we dropped it 7 days after my birthday or some shit.
Fire.
Yeah, it was 7 days after my birthday. And then we performed literally most of the songs from that shit the day after the drop because we had the Bacardi thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember it was me and Liz were at the show going on in Joburg. And most of our fans were out there, so I was like, nigga, they gotta know this shit.
Crazy.
And them niggas were singing that shit word for word. Yeah. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, so, you guys had your fan base tapped in, like all the way in.
That's why I still believe in that shit of, bro, like, don't ever overthink the process. You feel me? It's simple, this process. Make the music, let it fly. All that other shit is just gonna stop you from, like, you know, I read this quote. I'm not gonna say it exactly how it was written, but what it just basically says is perfection. As much as I'm a perfectionist, it says perfection is an enemy of greatness.
Fire.
You feel me? So me being a perfectionist, I had to understand me being imperfect is my perfection.
That's the perfection. Yeah, the perfection is in the imperfection. Yeah, that's what makes it perfect.
So that's how I got into that whole thing of, niggas, let's just let the music fly and stop this thing of overthinking the process. Yeah, like, it's cool to take care of the music and make sure it sounds great, but don't hold on to it for too long.
Yeah. And that's an artist disease, that holding on to music and until you're over it and then you just don't want to put it out.
Me, I want it to go while I still feel it. Yeah. While I'm still hearing
while it's hot, let it go right now.
Because why the fuck am I the only nigga feeling
going
like
crazy?
This, bro? Like, what?
Let's all go
That's
crazy.
Unfair. Not just for me, but for everybody else that wants to hear anything I got going on. You feel me? So I'm just like, hell nah, bro. She gotta go.
I got into that mode when I made sessions at the crib. That was the first time because I had always had to drop music. It always comes out like when it's, to me, it's like, yeah, but I made this last year or whatever.
Let it slide now.
With sessions at the crib, I got it out while it was. It's like I just made it now and it's coming out now.
I mean, I get frustrated if I have to stay with music until I've outgrown it. That shit frustrates me.
That's painful.
When did I go through that? I went through that I think when I was working on Germander. My bad. When I was dropping Germander 2. I went through that process of having to hold on to music. Because now I had just got a new team. And now we're also hovering around like other deals. Because now they didn't want us to do it like the DistroKid way this time. They wanted like, okay, let's get a proper distributor that's going to focus on this whole thing too as much as we are.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So the business side of shit now kind of made me...
Of course.
You feel me? So
that's
now,
what does that.
Yeah, so now I figured out a new way to cheat that. So I always work ahead now. Yeah, so I already know that, okay, in like 5-6 months, I'm dropping this shit, but I'm only working on it now so that by then
so that I'm catching it while it's...
I'm trying to... You feel me? I ain't trying to do...
So you announce the dates before the...
Yeah, you gotta know.
And then you get in the lab.
Yeah, I don't have to go out in public and be like, yo, niggas, I'm dropping when?
Of course.
I'll tell the niggas that, okay, boys, by June, I wanna make sure there's I don't know how many songs we finna drop, but by June, on this day, this shit gotta be out.
Yeah.
So I give everybody enough time to outsource whatever the fuck we need to outsource to get shit popping because I just don't like the waiting game, bro.
Yeah, it's the worst part of the game, of the whole game that we play.
So I was like, I'd rather wait with motion happening. It's better waiting when there's motion. When you're just waiting for it, bro, it's just like, hey, you get frustrated. I was so... I almost dropped that shit on DistroKid, bro. I almost moved it.
Because of the waiting.
Yeah, I was like, what? I waited like a year or so.
Hate those.
Knock out one proper deal. And I was like, all right, from now on, catch me if you can.
Yeah. Yeah, just play catch me if you can. Like, we'll see.
And also, I feel like also that's another part of being a valuable player. You know what I mean? I remember Stogie once said, you always got to keep one in the chamber. So that's just one of the best ways for me to look at it. It's like, bruh, no matter what happens, my gun at least always has one bullet
Stay
in
strapped,
it. That's it.
What happens after Thanks for Nothing?
So after Thanks for Nothing, that's when I got into actually now I'm in my producer bag still. So I'm now producing echoes more of me, right? So it actually exists.
It's so fire to me when you say shit like that, by the way. Like, it's just fire to me. It's like, yo, I'm producing so-and-so's shit. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, and that was actually Echo's first project. So it's Echo's first project, and then I even begged him, bro. I remember I begged him. I was like, "Fine, can I please produce this one for you, dog? Trust me. I just need your lyrics. I got the beats, don't worry."
Yeah.
And then we just tapped in. We were literally every day in the studio together. So in the period of us working on his project, we're now working on Candyman 2 at the same time.
Yeah, because he's all up on Candyman.
Yeah.
He's all up in there.
Those songs
crazy.
came out from those sessions, literally.
Fire.
It was just the three of us actually at the time. It was me, him, and Mello. So we'd stay together up at night. We'd literally sleep like at 6 in the morning every time. I remember there was a time these niggas had to wake me up on the mic. I was passed out on the mic, bro. That's how crazy it was. So, yeah, we just do those sessions, and then sun comes out. The closest room to the studio is Echo's room. So we'd always crash in Echo's room, and then when I wake up properly in the day, go back to my room, take a shower, freshen up, go out, get the shit we need, hang out, get some inspiration, whether we're watching movies, YouTube videos, listening to other niggas' music, or just getting inspired so we had a schedule. Every night at 8, 9 p.m., we're entering the studio until 6. Yeah. So that's how More of Me came out, and that's how the process of Candyman also started. So we worked on most of the shit there. And then shit started happening in the house where now niggas are no longer seeing eye to eye, obviously.
The energy is not weird.
But also for me, I still, like, till today, I still don't know what the fuck really happened. Like, I can tell you from, like, actions, what happened action-wise, but in terms of what niggas felt and what was going on, I really don't know. Cause
niggas still haven't chopped it.
Yeah, nobody been vocal to me about it. I remember there was a time when that video of me and Reese surfaced of us arguing.
Outside the show out there.
People took that video.
That was crazy.
Yeah, they took that video in the most craziest way of it because we were not even fighting. If anything, because everyone looked at it like,
those were fighting words, though.
Nah, words was not even there, crazy.
No, I'm saying those were fighting words that you guys were using out there.
I got to a point where I was fed up of that conversation because I'm here trying to see where it's at. You feel me? I'm pulling up as your little brother. I'm not coming here as your op, bro.
Yeah, it felt like he was pressing it too.
You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not... It don't matter if we got shit going on. This tension, fine, but nigga, I still look at you as my big brother, so I ain't gonna pull up on you like a rap nigga. I'm gonna pull up on you as bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
that's fine. I respect that.
We're doing a show together, so we're doing the same show. We're doing Summertime VZ at the time. So
shout out to VZ too.
He was actually supposed to jump on stage right after me. So I saw them, and then I was like, I'll link up with them in the parking lot. That's even a better place.
And shit's already hot, obviously, at this time. You guys have already split and all that.
You feel me? So I'm like, if I'm meeting them in the parking lot, it's even better because there ain't no cameras out there. It's just going to be us. Whatever, however it goes down, it'll go down. So as soon as I'm done, We get to the parking lot, we find that they're not there. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I'm like, so because it's close to Fauzi, I'm like, let's pause by Fauzi. I need to get some cigarettes and shit.
Of course, you gotta do the Fauzi.
Bam! When we get to Fauzi, them niggas are parked at Fauzi. So I'm like, you know what? Let me pop up on bro. Echo, you go do the guy, and then you find me here.
Yeah.
So when I pull up,
So
I'm
you're
like,
stepping up one man.
yeah.
Yes, come on, that's
You
real
feel me?
nigga shit.
But now also, I just got off stage. Let's not forget that. So I'm walking with my shirt off, and I got a towel.
Okay, so it's looking crazy.
Yeah, and I got a towel hanging on me, right? But
Yeah.
also for me, I'm just like, okay, I would have understood if it was just me walking shirtless. Nigga, I got a whole towel on me.
Yeah.
A pink one on top of that. Though.
I'm not already.
I'm pimping right now. I'm not trying to go guns blazing on nobody. You feel me?
I'm hearing that.
So I get there and I knock on the window. Coincidentally, he's by the window. So I'm like, yo, my nigga, look. Let's go back to the motherfucking parking lot. I'm finna chop it up with you. I try to have all of these eyes around us.
Yeah.
I'm finna have a decent convo with you so that I can know what the fuck is going on. You feel me? So they're like, nah, you get into the car. I'm like, hell nah, my niggas.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that
That
shit.
didn't sound like a
Yeah,
good
I'm like,
idea.
nah. I'm like, nah, if shit had to pop off here, I'm the only nigga in this car, bro.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
not
You feel me?
yeah.
So I'm like, nah, we ain't doing that. Let's go to the parking lot. And then next thing you know, my nigga comes out the car. He's just shouting. And
He was
wilding
heated.
out. And then he's just asking me question after question. Now, every question I'm trying to answer while I'm answering another
He
question.
already got
I'm
another
like-
one for you.
So I got to a
He's
point
big
where...
broing you on a crazy level.
I'm like, the fuck? You feel me?
It's going crazy.
So I get to a point where I get fed up. I'm like, you know what, my nigga? Since you're not gonna let me talk, let me dip. Fuck it, you know? And then I forgot what the fuck happened in that situation. And then he tells Echo, yo, Echo, tell your boy to watch how to talk and pull up on me. So now that's when I get fucked up. I'm like, nigga, actually,
come on now.
what you gonna do about it, actually?
Come on now.
You know, like, fuck it.
Don't be
now,
doing
like,
all that.
I came here chilled. Now you wanna come with all of that too? Now, my nigga, like, what are you gonna do then? Okay, since you got a problem with how I pulled up, what are you gonna do? I'm right here.
Yeah.
And then it just escalated.
That's when it went
It
to
went
that
left again.
direction.
I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, you know what, bro? Fuck it. Since you're not gonna try and meet me at the level I'm trying to come at, let's just leave it at this. I see where you at. Fuck it.
Those eyes,
You know what I'm
this
saying?
how you feel.
It is what it is. And then as I'm dipping, he shouts at me again. He's like, yo, I'm gonna make sure you don't forget me for the rest of your life. I was like, okay, that's
Damn.
cool, bro. Just say my name wrong on anything, you know you're gonna have to see me someday.
Yeah.
So that's literally how me and him finished that one.
That's crazy. That didn't turn out on any level how you wanted it to. And you haven't been able
So
to.
for me, I think that's the day I was like, yeah, I officially lost my nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's when you
the
felt
day
it.
It
You
was
were like-
clear to me that, okay, yeah, this dude that's not the nigga I know to be. He might look at me the same way, and I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That was another heartbreak, no?
That was actually the craziest heartbreak I felt in my entire life.
I know them types.
Yeah, that one had me fucked up. Nigga, I was like, I lost weight
'Cause that's
off
bro.
of that shit. Yeah. That was the first time I saw myself lose weight off of a heartbreak. I wasn't even trying to eat. I didn't want to do nothing. I was even like, bro, I was literally getting
And
too
that's
high
been your
for
guy,
myself.
like-
Yeah. I was even getting too high at the time for my own good. Like, just to numb myself from even
That's
feeling
crazy.
or thinking about this shit. Because I couldn't escape it as well at the time, you feel me?
It's loud as shit.
So it was just like crazy. So for me, I think after that, it was just like, fuck it, dog. I just got to keep it moving.
Yeah, you just got back to work. And made Candyman, nigga.
Yeah. So yeah, I actually finished Candyman around that time, actually, when that was happening. Then it came out. I didn't even expect it to do what it did, bro.
For real?
Nah.
You didn't know you were going crazy out there?
Nah. I knew the album was beautiful, yeah, but
You didn't think you were going that crazy?
yeah, for me.
Nah, nigga.
Also, I just have this thing in my brain that's just like, yo, bro, like, I just always have this thing of feeling like people always doubt me in a way.
Yeah.
So I never really look into too much of it. I'm just like, as long as I made some fire shit, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I was like, nigga, there's a lot of niggas dropping albums this year. Like,
That
them
was the
niggas
fire,
is gonna
yeah.
be them niggas running the joint anyway. So,
So
you know,
let me just get mine off.
Yeah, I just made a promise to my fans that I'm gonna give them an album, so I'll give it to them. And then when that shit came out and it became one of the biggest albums of the year, I was like, damn.
So
bro.
that surprised you.
Yeah, I was like, that shit was unreal.
That's crazy.
Me.
I had that on rotation too. That was rotating on a crazy. I think I had that on rotation when I was making sessions at the crib.
Whoa. Yeah, no cap.
Yeah.
No cap, because that's literally around about the time you were doing it, I remember.
Yeah.
The first time I saw it was when you were doing it at some other mansion or some shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I think I even got the invite, but I couldn't pull up at the time. At the time, bro, I was super jaded. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, you weren't trying to do nothing, man.
Yeah, I wasn't like the only thing that could get me out the house was just work, because it distracted me from all the
from what you were feeling like.
So it was just like work, back home. I'm either with the niggas or at the time, because I was in a relationship, I was either with my girl.
Yeah.
Those were the only. If not, then I'm a family.
Then you went through the crazy breakup with your girl too.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, this nigga's just go. For me though, the life you were living made super sense for the nigga you are in your music. It's like, the nigga you sing as, this is what happens in his life.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, that's why I feel like, because I always find people always saying, yo, Flame, you always talking about pussy. And I'm like, bro, I'm not talking about pussy. I'm talking about shit that has to do about it most of the time.
Yeah.
But it's never about pussy. So that's why I'm like, yo, like, if niggas actually listen to my shit properly that understand my life, they really just understand the nigga I am.
Yeah.
It's just right there in the song.
It's all in the music.
Yeah, like,
it's all
you don't
in the
have
music.
to even ask me. Like, most of the time, the shit you'd have to ask me is the shit I probably don't even want to talk about on music, you know? But other than that, anything about me, like, just the basic knowledge of Flame is in the music.
Was that crazy for you? The girlfriend breakup and the Twitter shit and all that shit?
Breakup was not crazy.
It was just nothing?
It was just what came with the breakup that was crazy.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the social media.
Yeah, all the noise.
But the breakup wasn't crazy.
That's a
Because at
mess.
the time, I was also at a point where I was fed up, bro. Like, I had enough of what was going on at the time. So it was like, yo. And also, I didn't want to be the one initiating the breakup.
Of course, yeah. You don't want to slide out like
So
that.
it was one of those. So when she hollered at me and was like, yo, this shit ain't working no more, I was like, jackpot.
Yeah.
Because I need a break from this shit right now in my life. Also, it took away from me. I won't lie, bro. It was a great experience, you know, like being in a relationship is beautiful, but certain things that also changed in my life that I wouldn't have wanted to change.
Because of being in that relationship?
Yeah, so it was like, yo. And for me, it's always like the basic things. It's not really everything, because at the end of the day, once you get into a relationship, there's certain things, obviously, that have to change. Both of us have to compromise something in our routine. But what actually makes this whole thing move is what we cannot be fucking with. So now I'm no longer, you know, being in the studio as much as I'm supposed to. I'm not spending time with the niggas as much.
Yeah.
So I was detached from myself, if I should put it like that.
Because that's who you are. Yeah.
So being detached from myself kind of drained me a lot. So that's why I was cool with the breakup. And that's why I'm like, I just hated the shit that came with it. Yeah, because I was told, I'm like, no, we ain't got to do all of this shit. Like, this is useless.
What are we doing?
But then, it's just another experience.
And then the Jay Molly shit, what was that?
Which part of it, bro?
Like, I think he got in on the girl shit. Isn't that how he kind of came into that thing, started talking some shit?
So that's about around the times where now we're literally just drifting away from each other. So now I'm actually spending more time with the niggas and she's alone.
Yeah, you back on your shit.
Yeah, I'm figuring out myself and I'm like, yo, this shit got fucked up. And for me, just my pride, bro.
Yeah.
It's just my pride. I got too much pride, bro. I'm just like, dog, like, I fuck with you, but you fucked me up right there. I don't think going out like that and just like, with us niggas, I even say this a lot to mommies, and I'm like, the difference between us niggas and mommies is mommy's currency in a relationship with anybody, whether it's with a nigga or with your friends, is always gonna be emotion. With us niggas, it's respect.
Hell yeah.
You feel me?
Hell yeah.
So if you're gonna disrespect me, like a nigga will always put himself wherever he feels respected. You feel me? So in my head, I was like, yo, mommy, you already disrespected me on the highest level.
Yeah, on a crazy level.
This one, it don't matter how much I fuck with you, bro. This one is not gonna help.
You can't rock out like this.
I can't confidently come out and be like, I'm your nigga after that. So that's literally that.
You just had to
and then
let it rest like that.
A whole lot more shit happened. One time we were working on Red Light District, me and Mizo, and then we saw a motherfucking court order on Twitter. I'm like, the fuck?
Court order?
Yeah, I had a court order on me. Apparently, I was being abusive. I was beating her. I'm like, what the fuck? I had to go through the court error thing.
Damn! That's crazy.
It was crazy, man.
That's crazy.
That was...
and that's also training. Like,
I think
the female drama is draining. Like, yo...
That's what took me away from women. Don't get it twisted. I love women, but I just feel like right now, I'm not cut out to be with someone. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like right now, I need to fulfill my purpose first.
Yeah.
Then I can have time for everything else. Because
didn't you grab some fire thing from like Kimberly or something?
Nah, I was dating a mommy from Botswana.
You had like some other thing that was crazy. I was like, damn.
Some mommy from Botswana. Yeah, we dated for like...
Was a little bit?
No, I'm lying. I dated a couple of mommies after her, but it was like, it wasn't really...
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, the first mommy I dated stays in the East. And then we dated for a minute, and then didn't work out. Well, I actually just dipped, because I just was like, yo, boy, the nigga I am right now, I don't think you're catching up with him. Yeah. I think I'm moving way too fast for you, so... let me spare you the hurt.
Yeah, spare you.
Because I still want you to fuck with me, you know? So let me dip right now. So that's how we still cool, actually. We homies. But it was like, wait, I don't see myself doing that with you right now because you're very reserved and I'm too focused on what's going on here right now. So like, I can't really invest in this as much as you would want me to, type of thing. Yeah. And then...
that's fair.
I ended up dating this other mommy from Namibia.
Come on now. The foreign way.
And me and her... the only reason why I felt like that was working was because we also kind of worked in the same sphere with music. So she doesn't mind being... you feel me? And she doesn't disturb my emotion as well. But then, at the time, after that, that's when I met, right? The mommy from Botswana.
That thing.
Yeah, after I met her, that's when I think, I was ready to settle again then.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
You looked like it. You were acting like it.
I was like, okay, I think here I'm down to, you feel me?
I don't blame you too.
Yeah. So before I actually dated, so how I broke up with the other mommy was just a thing of, she was just like, it got to a point where she wanted more of my time. You feel me? Yeah. And I don't like people in my space. I'm a loner, bro. I enjoy being by myself. Yeah. So I felt like, now you want to take that part of me away from me. I think I got to cut you off now before you become a problem. So after I meet her, we chill for a minute, and then I don't even know how we broke up, to be honest. Yeah. It was just, it just happened.
Fizzled out.
Yeah.
It be like that sometimes.
Like, all right, ma.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I just didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to get too attached to
anybody
or anything, because I don't want to feel like, I gave too much away of myself to anybody. So.
Yeah, you had already been through that and didn't want to risk it again. Risky. I feel you. What happened with you losing your shit and you going through shit? Like, what happened?
Which one? The robbery shit.
The what shit?
The robbery.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was that? What happened?
Damn.
Somebody's got a. Where's my employer? It's gone. It's supposed to do my things here. My logo's gone.
Ish. So,
Yeah, what happened out there?
cool with that, actually.
And this is recent. This is like a few months ago now.
No, this is like a month ago.
A month ago,
Yeah,
man.
it's a month
It's
ago.
like right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
So, cool. I was with the boys, obviously. And then
Yeah, try to get
so
your mic a bit closer.
So specifically that day, I don't know what happened. I'm with
I
Zoo
like
and
the
Liz.
proteins also. My bad. My
So
bad.
I'm with Zoo and Liz that day, and then they had to go do a session with Harvey.
Big Les?
Yeah, Big Liz.
Shout out Big
So
Les.
they had to go do a session with Marcus Harvey that day, and then so yeah, cool. They did for the session. Like I said, I'm alone now, so I prefer to stay at home.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna stay at home, make some more music, da. Excuse me. And then, what did I? So yeah, day goes by, and then Mello, Echo, and Big Homie come back to the crib. So they were picking up Echo's shit, because Echo also was in the East Rand at the time. He was in Kempton Park, but he had left his car at my spot. So he was coming back to pick up his car and some of his luggages, right?
Yeah.
Picks that shit up. Millo's also picking up some of his clothes because he's going back to the East. They go to the East. But now, before they leave, they like, yo, let's dip to the East. I'm like, I really want to go, but I'm waiting for Zoo and Liz to come back. You feel me? So I can't dip. So I chill out, they dip, and then, crazy enough, Zoo and Liz don't come back home.
Yeah.
They went to the East. I didn't know they were in the East, right? So cool. So now I go to bed at like probably 11, 12, somewhere there. Man, I had a weird feeling, crazy enough, that moment of going to sleep. Like, I just started feeling down for no reason. And I was feeling great the whole time. I'm like, well, why the fuck do I feel so down right now? This makes no sense. But you feel me? In that whole moment, I just started praying. And then after that, I just go to sleep. So around 3 in the morning, I hear sounds like by my door, and then I hear a loud sound. So that's the burglar door popping, right?
Yeah.
So when I look, I see 2 niggas dressed in all black. Now, I'm still sleepy.
Of course.
Right? I'm still sleepy.
Damn.
My brain is still... Now, don't forget... Well, I didn't mention this, but now Zoo and Liz were also wearing all black that same day.
Okay. So
when I'm
you're
looking
thinking
at them,
it's the niggas.
I'm seeing 2 niggas there opening the bottle. I'm like, Zoo and Liz. But now my brain is starting to process again. I'm like, first things first, if these niggas is really them, they were supposed to call me at the gate to open at the gate. But okay, let's say they found a way to get into the gate. To get into the house, I'm the only nigga with the key. I gotta open for you.
Yeah.
These niggas already
How
walking
are they inside?
in. Now, observe properly. I see 2 balaclavas. I see 2 guns and a machete. I'm like, oh, damn.
It's going down like that.
Yeah, in that moment, I was like, oh, shit. I thought I was finna die that day. I was like, oh, shit. These niggas are about to get
Here
me.
to take
This is
me.
crazy. So crazy enough, they actually didn't see me because I was sleeping on the couch. So where I was sleeping at, when you walk into the door, you can't see there when the lights are off. You feel me? So they come closer, and then I think I made a little movement, and that's when they saw me. Like, hey. So this dude pulled up, but he wasn't really aggressive. He just pointed the gun at me and was like, look, bro, we ain't trying to do you dirty. We're just trying to get some money and some gadgets, and we out of here. I was like, yo.
Do your business.
Do your business and get the fuck about the crib.
Do your business.
And then they took my laptop.
Damn.
They took Big Liz's laptop. They took basically all my sneakers.
Damn.
Every appliance.
That's painful.
Yeah, every appliance you could think of, the kettle, the irons, whatever the fuck.
Yo.
They snatched all of that. They snatched the TV. What else did they take?
Damn.
They took my wallet. So that had my cards and my ID in it. So yeah, those are the things I can think of off top that went missing that night.
So you just had to sit there and let niggas just run all through the
Oh,
shit.
my phone too, yeah.
Gosh, damn.
My phone, the chargers, everything. Like they literally took everything that goes with something they took. So the laptops, they took the chargers too. Everything. So I was like, damn. So it was like, damn. And then luckily, there's this kid that stays on the complex that had Milo's number. So no, he didn't have he had Milo's old number. So we tried to hit him up, didn't go through. And then I figured out a way to get through to Marcus Harvey. So I hit up Harvey because in my head, I'm thinking Zoo is still with him, right? So I'm like, yo, is Zoo still out there? Which is like, nah, he's in the East. I'm like, dog, you gotta hit up them niggas, tell them I just got robbed. And Harvey, that's how everybody found out then. I actually tweeted about it just because I didn't have a phone, so I didn't know who the fuck I'm going to hit up right now.
So
And because I'm
put it out.
Yeah, I'm DMing niggas, yo, I got robbed, yo. Nobody's responding, so I'm like, you know what? Let me just put it out there. Someone important will find it and figure out a way to puzzle it back to me. So yeah, that's how it all connected. And then yeah, I only actually just got back home this past week. I've been out the house since then.
Yeah. Where you been at?
In the East.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was with the
just
boys.
Taking some time away.
Yeah, it was either, if I'm not with the boys, I was with family. Yeah.
How's the trauma?
Now I'm good.
Because the trauma kicks in late. You think you're good, and then
at first,
you realize things are actually still triggering.
At first, like the thoughts left me when I was still there chilling, and then obviously I got to a point where like I don't think about this shit no more. But when I got back to the house, that shit had me fucked up.
Yeah,
I remember the first weekend, bro. I couldn't sleep at all. But
I can imagine.
I couldn't sleep. Like I was sleeping during the day and staying up all night because I just had that thing on my head, like, what if these niggas come back?
Yeah.
Only now I just got back to, like, I can actually
being
sleep.
able to
sleep
and going.
I just got into that.
And so you lost all your material.
All of it. I had the album. Well, not really everything. Luckily, I had my project, Note to Self, already saved on Zoo's PC as well.
Lovely.
Because we're actually supposed to start mixing that week. Right? So I had that on there, but my album, gone.
Dang.
Yeah.
And so then you put out the Lost Tape, Volume 1.
So the Lost Tape was like basically songs that I was working on for the album. I had so much shit in that thing, so I lost the album. I lost a couple of joint projects, probably 2 or 3.
Damn!
Yeah, me and Zoo had Do Not Disturb 2 in there.
Damn!
Yeah. So we lost Do Not Disturb 2.
And he doesn't have it?
Oh, no, he actually has it. Thank God.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, he has it.
So we still gonna get that?
Yeah, for sure. So,
thank goodness.
So, I lost.
That's fire. That's something to look forward to. That's fire. You guys are done with that?
No, we're not.
Oh, okay.
And then we lost, what did we lose again? We lost my joint project with Ben September.
Oh,
so that's how Mood Swings got into the Lost Pack. It was actually one of the songs on our joint project.
Yeah.
And then I lost some of the other EPs I had chilling in there that were my solos. I lost Echo's EP that I was working on right now.
Damn, family.
So, yeah, I lost a lot of shit in there. Melo's EP, gone. Yeah, everybody's shit that was worked on there is gone. Mizo's album stuff, we had other Mizo album songs in there that we were working on since 2020.
Yeah.
All gone.
Now it's got a double back.
I have to restart everything. But
it's going to be beautiful, though. It's going to work out.
Yeah, I just looked at it like it was just a hard way to reset, you know?
A very hard way.
Yeah. Crazy enough, like I always felt like especially before that whole thing happened, like just probably like in that whole space of those few months before that, I was just thinking like, dog, I don't know where I'm trying to take this shit at this point because I have so much of it happening right now. So it's like, which one do I go with and how do I even, go about it to begin with. So when that shit happened, that was not the ideal way of me figuring out how I want to move from now on.
Yeah.
But that's the great part.
But it works out nonetheless.
Yeah. And also, I think the greatest part is just like a nigga still alive more than anything.
That's the best part.
You know what I mean? Because it could have been a different story.
That's what I said to somebody. Somebody was talking to me about what you went through, and I was just like, yo, he's here. That's all that matters to me.
I'm like, yo, that's the only thing that still keeps me moving. And it just kind of also made me want to do this shit even more. Because
fire.
Like, yo.
Gave you the motivation.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh, a nigga can go anytime at this point. Like, you never know.
So you gotta let it go.
Yeah, now it's gotta go for real.
Yeah. I love that. That's fire. And that's the fortunate thing about unfortunate events.
That's the thing, bro.
It comes with
a lesson.
The back end is kind of healthy.
I think also only if you as a person as well are looking for a healthy outcome out of it.
Yes, Sirski.
You know? Because some people are still stuck in their traumatic experiences till today, you know what I mean? So for me, I always never, like I said, bro, I enjoy peace in my life.
Your peace is everything too.
So it's like, yo, bro, like, fuck am I worried about a nigga taking my shoes for? We can always go buy some new shoes, bro. We can always go buy a new laptop. We could get a new phone, but we can't get a new me.
Big facts.
So
where do you and your peace go from here?
From here, bro, I'm still, you feel me?
You just doing your thing?
Right now, I'm working on the album. I don't want to make any, crazy statements about it, but one thing I am for sure about is I'm still in album mode. We'll see when it comes out. It was supposed to come out literally in July, but because of that whole thing, it just set me all back. So I still got to work on that, figure out where I'm trying to take it. And I think I'm just letting life happen at this point, bro. Like,
I like that pace.
Yeah, I'm just...
Because I move at that pace too right now. So I understand and fuck with that pace. Like, it's where you just let life do its thing.
It's like...
And you just play you.
Yeah, just do what you got to do, play your position, and just...
knock it out the park if you can.
Make the best decisions for yourself as well, obviously. But then, other than that, whatever comes with life will come with it. You just control what you are and what you do or say. That's about all I have control over. Anything else?
I appreciate that. Toast us out of here because we chopped it and
damn,
we got commitments too.
I don't even know what to say.
You ain't got to say nothing.
Damn, I think you ain't got nothing.
Yeah, you've given me a lot. Appreciate you too for coming out.
For bringing me out.
Appreciate you. I've been trying to get you out here.
I mean, there's only two reasons why I came out.
Yeah.
First reason is because you're bro. Second reason is because you're going to ask me questions I'm definitely trying to answer type of thing.
Yeah. Did we get everything out?
Not really. But, I mean...
We need a part two?
We still going to rock.
Yeah, we got to keep rocking out.
We still got time. They don't have to know everything now.
Exactly.
That's what keeps them invested in the story.
Yes, sir.
So, as for now, this is what we got for you guys. I hope you enjoy this, and I hope you learned something from it.
Yeah. And I definitely took some jewels from you.
I appreciate that.
I definitely love how tapped in you are into your psyche and working on it and finding your way through it. That's fire.
That's the best way to life, bro. Like we already said, like the best way to life is just by doing you and being the realest version of yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And I mean, if you can just add peace to that,
then you
figured everything out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just was like, bro, like, because I know a lot of niggas that's balling that are still not happy about their lives.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather be a broke nigga and still be happy.
And be happy.
And be peaceful.
By all means, yeah.
If anything takes something away from my joy, I'd rather not have it, no matter how much I want it. For me, it's all about having the shit that I need right now.
Yeah. That's a fire toast. That's a good toast. That's fire. We didn't even get to talk about. I just remembered that I was there when you and MT pieced it up.
Oh yeah, at the States Off visualizer shoot and the whole champion music thing. Yeah, I remember that.
That was fire. That was fire. That was dope. Crazy. You initiated that, no?
Nah, he did.
He did,
and that's why
that's fire.
That's why I actually respected it because he actually was the one. Because you know how it was for me at that point. At that point, it was now a thing of however it's going to go down, it's going to go down.
Yeah.
We're in the same building at this point.
Yeah.
If there's one thing I'm just not going to do is be a bitch-ass nigga right now. That's all. But
you can't go out like that.
Yeah. And also I was just like, yo, I'm not going to try and be uncomfortable in a space because me and bro are not seeing eye to eye right now. So I was like, yo, fuck it. If this nigga trying to do something, it's cool. If he's not about all of that, then we still good. Cool, at the end of the day, whatever's going on, we good.
Yeah.
And then I just pulled up. Actually, I greeted him first,
Yeah.
Because I walked in, I came with Kilo. I greeted him. After I greeted him, I just stood behind him and I sparked a cigarette. And then while I was smoking there, he pulls up on me. And then he was like, yo, my nigga, I just want to firstly apologize, if you feel like I've disrespected you in any type of way.
That's
I was like, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's all I just wanted to hear from you. I ain't even trying to hear a whole lot.
That's all I needed.
Like I'm good with that.
And good.
And I'm like, yo, bro, my bad on my end too, because at the end of the day, I also played a role in this thing becoming as explosive as it is right now. You know what I mean? So, and I told him at the end of the day, dog, I've always and always will look at him as my bigger brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that was fire. Yeah. That was dope.
And it's a family thing as well. It's a family thing. We chopped it then, and then we just literally, we chop it, but like I said, I'm a loner, and I think he has the same quality.
Definitely.
So like, we hardly on our phone. Like I'm only hollering at whoever's texting me. I'm not the guy sending. I'm not sending first text. Nah. The only time I send a first text is if I'm checking up on my mama or my son. Like that's the only two times I initiate texting. But other than that, bro, I'm just chilling. Yeah.
Any intention to make music though?
Yeah, for sure. But I believe in perfect timing.
Yeah, of course. You guys don't have to force it. But
I
would hope that.
For sure. If anything, because of he's one of the niggas that influence how I even go about making music to begin with. It's just like, yo, it will only be right for me and him to make a song. You know what I mean? So also, I feel like with the shots to the brain thing, it wasn't really like. It didn't happen the way I would say we would both want it to happen. That was all label shit. Because I remember even before he had to jump on the verse, they actually forced him to jump on the song. I literally asked to have that song drop with me alone on it. Because I had two verses on the song. They just muted my second verse and had him do the second verse.
Threw him on there.
Yeah, so even with that alone, I was like, nah. That's not the ideal way I want to. It's not the way I would want to make a song with MT, him and Saudi, and Java for sure. Actually, all three of them are three niggas I still need to tap into the studio
Please, we need that. The culture.
It will happen. It is great. I still talk to all three of them.
Fine.
Especially Java. He's always like checking on me. You feel me? Making sure I'm good. Always making comments on my music as well.
Yeah.
The one comment he always makes is, yo, you gotta make a vernacular song for me. I was like, I'm gonna only do that if it's you on the song. If I got you, then I'll do it. But until then, you gotta wait on it. Yeah, hold on.
You have no intentions of hitting the vernac bag on any level.
Nah, also for me, because like we said earlier on, I respect the craft.
The niggas that do that.
Yeah, because that shit is also not just because I speak home language fluently. I can speak a whole lot of languages fluently, but making a song in those languages is no child's play, bro. You need to understand what you're doing with that to begin with. Yeah. Just as much as even rapping in English is not that easy. I had to develop that skill, and it took me too long. So now I must spend the same amount of time I
Trying
can.
to figure another.
I made the 10,000 hours for this one. No, let's move.
Let's just keep rocking like this.
You feel me? It's cool. I ain't gotta. You feel? Also because I know there's niggas that actually take that side of music that serious. So I would feel, I'd feel disrespected if I had to find a nigga that does that, trying to do what we do and making a mediocre thing out of it.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, yo, I'd rather respect everything for what it is and
That's
just
fine.
enjoy it.
I appreciate your time today, man.
I appreciate you having me.
You my dog.
I appreciate you.
I know you got the water. Appreciate you.
Keep hydrated.
Fuego Flame.
Come on now.
Chopping it with
Yes,
the
sir.
Bhuda of all time.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Yeah. What did we do there? Hey, these chops are getting low.
This is 5 hours, man.